I was a lonely silhouette, needed somebody to show the way. Yeah, I was a heartbeat with no
Welcome back to
sound
another
till you
Sigma
came
Times podcast,
around.
episode number
Yeah, you
4.
showed me
We got another special guest here with us. Without rambling on, I'm gonna let Gavin take it away here.
Today we've got a guest so sharp even scissors take notes. He's a storyteller, thinker, and possibly the only person who truly knows why shoelaces untie themselves at the worst moments. Buckle up, because as I say, clock with no hands still knows the time, and you can't fry an egg if the moon is watching. So without any further ado, please welcome in Jimmy Grin.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Welcome in. It's glad to have you here.
Lovely to be here. It really is. It's been a long time coming. For those of you that watched the first episode, you may recognize my voice. I was unfortunately in Maryland for a couple weeks at a women's rights protest there at the University of Maryland, so I couldn't make it. They wanted me to be the first guest on the podcast, but unfortunately, I was out and about doing stuff. But I'm here now, and I'm ready to get this thing going.
Yeah, and you know what? We appreciate you joining. Obviously, fighting the good fight for feminism. Not a lot of people supporting it nowadays, so it's glad to have at least 3 people in one call that all do. But you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we love to hear.
Yeah. We respect it. So for the first combo for today, we're gonna be talking about the Super Bowl and awards because we talked a bit with Connor Peach, but we wanted to get your thoughts on the whole thing. So what do you think about it?
Okay. As a guy who does not like the Chiefs, I was happy that Philly won. There was a great picture I saw. It was an illusion, right? It's the illusion of choice, right? And it's the Chiefs win and the Eagles win. And it both leads to Philadelphia getting destroyed. So, regardless of what happened, I'm just happy that we didn't get to see another, Taylor Swift Super Bowl with Kelsey proposing to her. Honestly, as long as I didn't see that, I'm happy. And my boy Barkley got a ring, so that I'm glad about.
Yeah, I was equally happy to see Barkley actually winning a ring, with a team that I guess the Giants did appreciate him, but I mean, if they're, not willing to pay him and telling him to explore free agency, obviously they didn't value him enough as a running back on their team. And just the fact he's getting a ring.
And not building a team around him. I mean, the thing with the Giants was they were poverty and they wouldn't do anything to change it. And if you don't want to pay your superstar player, let him go. Look what happened to them, and look at the Eagles. Look what happened with Barkley. There's 2 different sides of the story here. Giants suck. Barkley, he went on to do greater things. I think he rushed for 2,000 yards this season.
Yeah,
he had one hell of a season. Yeah, I mean he was on the Carpster fantasy team, so you know he was going to be good regardless.
And this Carpster's got an eye for talent, so it's no surprise that he picked up Barkley.
He really does.
I mean, just a great team.
He does. He did beat me, I think, twice in the season. I was unfortunately beaten by the what was his name again? I can't remember. Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, the 5 o'clock somewhere team. He's living in Margaritaville every day of his life, so it's no surprise he picked that name.
Yeah, and he was so gracious enough. I mean, we don't talk about the glue guy of the team right here, Ryan Carpio, the glue guy of the fantasy league. He sets his computer up in the booth for it to display on the big TV screen, the big projector screen in the movie theater. No one else would do it. You know how many times this guy had to run back and forth to go make his picks? I mean, sure, they were just the first guy off the board every time, but regardless, he still had to go run up there and hit that draft button every single time.
And I really appreciate the fact in between every draft, he made sure to announce his pick and then go and run up the stairs to pick his player, and not the other way around, or giving up on that or yelling it from the booth. I like the. I've never seen something jiggle as quickly going up steps like that before, so it was quite a pleasure.
I mean, hey, NAP had a case that he had that thing jiggling when he was ready. He went for every pick, by the way. Every pick NAP went up there, and it said. He said, like, huh, what, him? To just a non-existent guy in his ear every single time. And then even into the 16th round for a kicker, he was shocked that his guy in his earpiece told him to take a kicker because he didn't have one. He was just befuddled. I don't know what it was.
But what?
Yeah. Anyway.
That guy in his earpiece told him some good things as he came, first, second? Before we restarted the league, obviously.
Before the reset, yes, before the league reset, he was doing pretty well. The Roman Empire was definitely kicking in full gear. But with the Super Bowl, I don't want to stray too far off from the Super Bowl. Betting wise, Tommy, I heard that you decided to take the heads bet, and I I didn't agree with it. I told Gavin. He asked me what I'm like. It's gonna be tails. Tails never fails.
Yeah.
And then he told me about the what was it, like $50 you bet on heads
I
at the
bet
Super Bowl?
$21 on heads, but you know what? I've heard from 3 people since I bet it that heads is never or tails never fails, and you know what? I think next year the only way to combat this loss is obviously betting $40 on heads to make up for the money lost. You know.
That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, I heard as soon as the Chiefs said that it was going to be tails, I knew it was going to happen. You know, they called out Chris Jones says tails. Boom, it's tails. You know, you can't stray away from that. So I didn't like the bet, but hey, as a guy who also bet on the Super Bowl, I didn't win anything as well. All my props basically were non-existent. Gavin also, I don't think, hit a single one of
me
his
as well.
parlays.
Put 7 parlays, some with 5, I think 2 with 10, 1 none,
Yeah.
0.
And you know what? I got some 2 things about betting. Obviously, with the $50 picks, I think I made $5.60 back. So, not a good betting overall. But today I thought, like, you know what? I need to make my money back quickly. So over the past couple of days, I've been betting that 560 up to 1143, I believe it was 46. And then I decided to take Liverpool for the win today, and they've drawn. So I've just lost all the $11, and we're now back to 0.
Back to 0.
You know, get it tomorrow.
That's what I get for betting on Premier League soccer without knowing anything about the teams.
I don't know, Tom, if you saw, you can bet on F1 racers winning throughout the entire season.
You know what? I have seen that. I have bet before. It's a terrible decision. I mean, 20 different people. There's like 3 that are interchangeable in first. Maybe picking like a podium would be a good play, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's a risky bet.
As a guy who doesn't know F1, I'd probably just put it on Verstappen or Landon Norris. That's who would be my picks.
Those are my 2. I think you could put Verstappen in number 1, and you know, or not. Just put him in a podium slot, and you'll probably win money.
Exactly. Yeah. That's...
If you put Norris top 5, you're probably hitting it most of the time as well, which is pretty fair.
Yeah. No, that's from what NAP told me that those were the big F1 guy, I guess. Yeah. But no, he told me Verstappen and Norris were like the top. Is Lewis Hamilton? Is he F1?
Yeah, Hamilton is F1. He raced with Mercedes for probably like 9 years, and now he's at with Ferrari. So
yeah, because the one race I actually watched, he actually beat Verstappen and Norris in. So
I imagine it was the British
I don't
Grand
know
Prix.
what that was.
I think it was.
I think
Yeah, he always wins British Grand Prix. I mean, it's the home race for him, so I don't know, has a feeling to show out in comparison to normal.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, like I said, I'm not an F1 guy, but there's an F1 movie coming out, and I will be watching it.
Yeah, I will also. That's the one with who was it? Brad Pitt? Who's the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that one. Obviously, I mean, in my room, I've got a Gran Turismo poster on the wall. I don't even really fuck with Gran Turismo racing, movie. But yeah, it's just a racing movie, and you know, as a racist, I can appreciate some good racing movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not an avid racist, but I have my moments of
casual racist moments. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I
do
own Gran Turismo on Blu-ray. So whenever I'm feeling a bit racist, I usually put that on.
Mm-hmm. Which is fair play. So, I mean, just like a great racist movie. But you know,
exactly.
Back on the talks of the Super Bowl, Philadelphia. You know, I think I saw one video of the mayor urging them to not destroy the city, and then immediately I'm just seeing videos of light poles being torn down, fires, looting. It's just. I mean,
riding horses.
Yeah, the guy riding a horse, which kind of reminds me of like, how dumbass is that? Like, what? Do you want the entirety of the U.S. riding horses around the street of the city? Fucking stupid idea. Like, only a retard would think of something like that. But yeah, just some things I noted. Additionally, Travis Kelce clearly only packed I think 1 fit, which is the sparkliest shirt he owned. And at a losing walk to Taylor Swift's booth with that, which I thought was hilarious.
Well, hey, they're the power couple of the NFL, whether you want to admit it or not. I mean, the aura they have, eyes are on them at all times, Tommy.
I would argue
simple as that.
It's a tight race between the Chiefs. It's either him and Taylor Swift or Patrick Mahomes and his lovely wife. And brother, if you include that on the team.
She is very likable.
Yeah. Very.
Yeah, I've seen many videos where I'm just like, oh, this girl is just so gracious and caring for others.
Clearly,
I love it so much. Correct. And Jackson in his own right is also just like an outstanding citizen, never gets into controversy.
Yeah.
Lovely guy. So the Mahomes family, like I said, I'm happy the Eagles won. Philly was getting destroyed regardless, and it wasn't as destroyed as I thought. I thought the city would actually be like Gotham, but it actually ended up just being what, a Detroit Saturday night,
Yeah, just
essentially.
just some
Yeah.
subtle looting and occasionally setting a car on fire. That was pretty light for
Yeah.
Philadelphia. I was kind of expecting like just bonfire, couch fires in the streets. Maybe 3 deaths. I think that's the usual they go for.
Yeah, well, so I was watching the Super Bowl at the sports bar, right? And I've never seen like a crowd pop for a like our home team is the Bears, a non-Bears moment. When Cooper DeJean got the pick six, everyone just started going nuts. Just all the I don't know what it was.
Including you.
Even I was going nuts.
Yeah,
I-
Jimmy's
I
going
love
crazy.
I love Cooper DeJean. I love Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
That dude's my favorite
quite
quarterback in the
something.
league.
Our Jackie Robinson. I mean,
That's essentially what he is.
obviously at Iowa. I mean, when I was watching it, the whole room just shot up when the interception happened, and then just the pick six, and then
The pick six is
pick six sealed it.
Oh my gosh.
And there was just videos,
I mean, it was
everywhere about it. Like on the Snapchat stories of the school, I just see like 6 different, probably 20 videos of the bars just going nuts.
I mean, yeah, like 5 minutes before I was telling Gavin, I'm like, this guy's the best corner in the league. No one's better than him. And literally 5 minutes later, boom, pick six. And I'm like shaking Gavin. I'm like, I fucking told you. What did I tell you? Like you said, he's our Jackie Robinson. And I got to rep that. No matter what, he's our Jackie Robinson. I love the guy for no specific reason.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no reason at all. And it's just those exciting whites on Philadelphia that's really just a power duo. It really makes you want to get the shirt.
It
But
does.
you know what? That's kind of all we have on Super Bowl. Obviously, we're just retouching on that. On the
Yeah.
awards, any opinions on like award? Like you think? Obviously, I think the big one is, did Josh Allen really deserve it over Lamar? I'm gonna say yes. I don't know. It's kind of, I think it's more controversial to say he did, even though he won it.
Mhm.
All the
I
others,
mean,
I
the
thought
the
they-
thing is, I think it's like voter fatigue. I mean, Lamar's won it twice now,
Mhm.
and Josh has never won it. So it's like, I don't know. They both had such fantastic seasons, and at the end of the day, Josh Allen beat them in the playoffs, whether it be Mark Andrews' fault or whatnot. Besides the point, they both had incredible seasons. I'm not mad that Josh Allen won. It could have gone either way, and I wouldn't have been mad with it.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I think the biggest snub was for Defensive Rookie of the Year, Cooper DeJean not winning it, obviously. I mean, I've never seen a greater
Yeah.
cornerback, as you said, for no
Yeah.
given reason.
And this Jared Verse fella, like, I
Didn't deserve it.
never. Who is this? Yeah, get this guy out of here. It should have been Cooper DeJean. You're not wrong about that one at all.
I mean, clearly.
And talk about the offensive rookie of the year, Jane Daniels. If he's not a household name for everyone,
Mhm.
clearly he's not, because some people don't know who Jane Daniels is.
Mhm.
How is he going to win offensive rookie? How is he going to win offensive rookie of the
Was
year?
he QB for the Washington Commanders? Or
I think so.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. I
Mhm.
think that was it. Yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's
I
him.
just, we're I just want to make sure we're on the same page here. It's obviously clearly unheard of to some. So
Yeah, and I just wanted to reiterate again. If you're not a household name to everyone in the world, like everyone,
Mhm.
then I don't know how you could win offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Should have been Caleb Williams. It should have been, but
to
you're
be
not going to win
fair,
when you have a
very-
bad.
I mean, if his
Very
grandmother
happy
was
to
like
have Jaden Daniels on my fantasy team. I picked him up in the draft in my family league.
I picked him off waiver wires and it didn't really help me too much, but I picked him up. I repped him for a little
You're
bit.
right, yeah. I got him for $1 at the end of my auction draft in my big money league. Took me to the championship. Ended up losing, but it's all right. Still took home a good chunk of money.
And you know what?
And that's
Yeah. On the topic of fantasy, what are your thoughts of the league for next year? What it's gonna be?
this gonna be. I mean, I've been hearing in terms of what you mean, like punishments or
Punishments, set rules off the standard. Maybe possible.
$50 buy-in.
I was thinking maybe like
You know-
a $10 buy-in would get me going.
yeah, I think a buy-in would actually be good. It's just gonna be a little bit of a buy-in, not like a $50 buy-in. I think that's a little egregious. We can all
Is it
agree
big?
$50.
$50. That's like,
Yeah.
am I signing up for a baseball league or am I doing fantasy?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. But no, I mean the league is gonna be great. We're gonna have our little Easter eggs again. For those that don't know, I don't know if you mentioned it before. I think you did. You kind of touched on it in
Yeah.
the first episode.
we had dabbles with it.
Yeah, but as the commissioner, I had a couple Easter eggs. So basically, one of them was 2,000 points if one of the players on offense fumbles and another offensive player recovers it in the end zone and gets that touchdown. They get 2,000 points for it. So Trey McBride did it. Patrick Ricard did it, which made Patrick Ricard like the #1 fantasy running back, which was interesting. And then on the contrary, we have the kickers. If they missed an extra point, they lost 500,000 points.
I believe it started off small at like 25, maybe 20, and then went to
It did start off
500,000.
small.
I'm actually in support of the rule of, I think like minus 25 for the kicker is a fair like assumption. If my kicker is missing an extra point,
inexcusable.
Yeah,
it's inexcusable. You can't be missing extra points. They're free. They're literally an extra point that you need to hit. But so yeah, we're gonna have some little Easter eggs thrown in. We're gonna look at the punishments. We're gonna see what people are gonna be interested in doing. Gavin was telling me about this like tier system where if you get the bottom 4, you all get a punishment.
Yeah.
Which could be interesting. And the buy-in, I think we should do the buy-in 100% just up front.
And you know what? To touch on one of the rules too, if I remember correctly, I believe Chris Boswell was the top kicker for a while because he punted once for the game. And got around 69,000 points in punting yards. But speaking of punishments, I know me and Gavin talked on the show. The fan favorite right now is the last and penultimate to last will be handcuffed to each other for, I was saying, like, what were we saying, like 12 hours? Not like, I think 10 to 12 hours was pretty fair.
Yeah.
And you have to pick like 3 spots they got to go to or whatever.
Yeah, the winner would get to decide their itinerary.
And then I think we all go to, watch it go down. And
it could be like, you can make it exciting. You'd be like, we'll go to Top Golf, and those two are handcuffed to each other, and essentially just permanent learner's lessons. Or you could be like,
steak from Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I like the bowling route here. Going bowling handcuffed. I think that'd be a good one.
I like
for
the
sure.
Couples massage in the mall route. I think that's always an option.
You got laser tag too. I mean,
laser tag
would be pretty interesting.
There's just many routes to go here.
A lot of options. Yeah, a lot of options. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at it for sure. Figure out what we want to do with that. The buy-in, I agree. I think we should have the buy-in. Second place gets its money back. First keeps the rest, and then they get to pick whatever the. Like you said, I actually kind of like that handcuff thing. We just got to find a. I'm sure Ryan has a pair of handcuffs somewhere around that house.
I think just one trip to a sex store. I mean, it's gonna be funny either way. I think you make them
exactly.
I think part of their punishment should be they have to go into like a Spencer's and buy the handcuffs.
Yeah, we could start the trip at the Spencer's, find the thing.
Yeah, handcuff them together. First thing on the itinerary, buy a adult item while handcuffed together in the store. I mean,
the Stegosaurus is going to be a purchase.
Oh, on the carousel in the mall.
I like on the same one, not side by side, just carousel back to back.
A lot of options we got. I mean, seriously, there's it's just like a realm of possibilities.
Maybe we make it 5 things.
Yeah,
3 might be.
I think there's room for
2 less.
Discussion. And then speaking of the league in general, you think we're gonna be boosting up to 10 maybe this year, or is it probably gonna be stuck in 8? What are you guys thinking here?
So I've heard Logan Weaver wants to join, correct?
Yeah,
I've heard rumblings.
So.
Yeah. One of my favorite guests, by the way. Just I want to put that out there. Just such a charismatic guy. I'm just so glad. Like the past 2 guests, it was kind of nervous for me to follow up those past 2 guests that we had. I mean, they were just so great.
Yeah.
I think those have been the best guests you guys have ever had on this podcast.
Obviously, top 3 is a tough battle here. 4th is an easy win, but I mean, just the showmanship's getting better and better each time. I would say. I think we're slowly nailing down the format.
The only thing I can think of going to the 10-man league is we might lose 2 that I'm thinking of. Maybe Javid and AJ might not want to, but I hope they do.
I think Javid would be interested. I don't know. Yeah, AJ could be on the fence, but I think Javid would still want to stay. Okay. I don't know. Well, maybe Parker.
We could get it to a 10-man. We could get it.
Parker could probably join. I don't know if you guys have any people. Tyler Duncan, perhaps. Possible future guest of this.
You know what? I would want to lose. Me and Tyler last place. I say let's do it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ryan and Tyler handcuffed together for 12 hours.
Oh, no, do not do that to Tyler. That would be horrible. That would be horrible.
I mean, there's always the last. It's over.
I mean, there's always the Dominic Mort route we can go as well. Get him in the league.
He would never do that.
But he's a big numbers. Okay, that's fine. But I would have just loved to see the Dom and Ryan handcuffed together.
I think there's gonna be some funny. I think no matter who gets handcuffed together, it's gonna be funny to watch. Because I mean, the itinerary can make it any better. Like, we've just ballparked a couple things.
If you start and you have to go into a Spencer's and buy a pair of handcuffs with another dude, that's already just like what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah, it's
Toss in cheap. either.
No, no.
Like 29.
I think like for the funds too, it's gotta be like the fuzzy pink ones, just to like really add it into the punishment. Just having to wear those around all day.
I do like that. Yeah. That is probably. I'll probably end up. I'll ask everyone in the league, but that is probably the best idea I've heard for a punishment. So we'll probably end up doing that.
Yeah, I imagine we'll toss out other suggestions, but I just know that's a favorite I've had, and I would like to see it come through unless we find something better, ideally.
Yeah. No. 100%. Yeah. I'm totally in with that as well.
Mm.
Because even if I lose, I mean, I think I still have a fun time with
Yeah,
whoever I end up being chained to.
yeah. We'll say like buzz cut this year. That's an easy punishment. It's not bad. I think I would have preferred to have been handcuffed for 10 hours and then it's done. 10, 12, however long. Instead of being stuck with, obviously a just buzz cut. That's very, very ginger under the light right now.
Was that the first time you've actually taken your hat off on the podcast?
Yeah, it probably was. I mean, we'll just, for the people, like just. Not sponsored.
Is that the curly spray or whatever? You spray it and it gets curly?
Yeah, you just fadangle it. Made that word up.
Or you're going to get waves. I mean, one of the two.
Huh?
One of the two. You might get waves out of that one.
I did have a do-rag once.
See it.
I don't know where it's at anymore, but I think I might stop by a Walmart, get another do-rag here. Well,
I mean, I did wear your shiesty in your car one time, so.
I have it
you
here
always have
still.
the shiesty option.
Yeah, I always have a shiesty on me. Well decorated. I mean, we got the teardrop here, a little racing stripe there. It's hard to see. The cross on the side. I mean, it's a lovely shiesty.
Lovely.
That'd be a good thing to wear in the in like the winter weather, the winter storm or whatever. I don't mean to beat a dead horse or whatever, but it was pretty bad today with the winter weather and stuff. It was snowing a lot.
I mean,
did you know, Jimmy, they didn't cancel school?
I did hear. You guys were the only ones that weren't canceled, by the way, in like the whole area.
Yeah.
Speaking of not canceled,
I'll just take a moment to tell the Yorkville board to go fuck yourselves, all of you.
I second that statement.
I
fuck
third
you guys.
Fuck Yorkville's board. But same thing with Iowa. No school canceled, and we easily had like 7 with. I mean, it was below 20, so it's not bad on the temp scale. But I mean, when it's like 7 inches of snow falling, 8 in the morning. Why am I going to my lecture? I see my professor walking with shorts on to class, by the way. I don't know if you saw. I posted on my story because that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the fuck?
My statistics professor just rolling on in shorts. He's like, I'm from Wisconsin. The cold doesn't bother me. Clearly not. He's wearing shorts, walking in this cold.
The Midwesterner response.
Yeah.
That is 100% a Midwesterner response.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to say you're from said state, so you don't have to, the cold doesn't affect you is. Top
but it's also like Iowa's like right next to fucking Wisconsin, so he could have been born in Iowa. It still gets cold in Iowa, dude.
I'm from Illinois and I wear jacket and pants when it's freezing out. I don't see the issue.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Exactly.
I mean, he
will.
Yeah, he probably he's on tenure. He's probably got the money to spend. But you know what? That's all we have on like fantasy and stuff. I think the punishment is gonna be fun this year, and I'm waiting. Mm-hmm. I think the league rules instituting off the start will make it really good. But I enjoyed this year. Even though I lost.
And no complaining. If I implement these Easter eggs, these rules up front, there will be no like controversy, complaining because someone's player decides to do really bad and then they get mad at me for it.
We have to have all the Easter eggs established day 1 this year.
Yes, correct. So we'll do that 100%.
But, I mean, on the second hand, is it our fault for not reading the rule book in a way? I mean, you accept those terms and conditions, but you didn't read it if you think about it. I don't know. It's just it's something to let sink in, something to twist the gears of the mind.
Speaking of twisting the brain, I was fighting.
I hope he doesn't sink outside my door. Oh boy, yes. So my friend Joaquin, this guy, was talking a lot of crap. Right? We were at our friend's track meet in Chicago, and the whole time he's just like, "Man, I could outbox you. Man, I could out wrestle you." I'm like, I don't think you could do either, man. So we had a face off there. Chatting a lot of words over the internet while we were sitting right next to each other, which was pretty interesting. Being keyboard warriors while sitting right next to someone. Anyways, besides the point, we get back to our house. It's UFC fight night, Strickland versus DDP, and the fights itself are pretty bad. So we're like, we're gonna make our own main event, right? Me versus Joaquin boxing. he comes out to Red Rum by who sings that, Gavin? 21 Savage? I don't really.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know.
so.
I think it's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes out to Red Rum. He comes out like beating his chest, like he's ready, right? He's freaking ready for this fight. Yeah, and I come out. I'm wearing my Art the Clown mask. I come out to Work of Art by Ice Nine Kills. You know, pretty goated walkout. Anyways, we get ready for the fight. Establish the rules. You know, make sure his gloves, by the way, were like hard as a rock. I don't know what he had in there, but it felt like brass knuckles were just like at the freaking knuckle. I don't know.
Just your stereotypical like boxing gloves, like what 14 pounds.
Oh yeah,
pound?
yeah. 14 ounces, 14 ounce, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, hey, do you have? Because I have gloves in my house in my basement for my heavy bag. I'm like, do you have gloves? He's like, yeah, I keep them in my car. I was like, that's a little odd, maybe. Just casually keeping them in your car.
Never know when you need them.
So, anyways, I guess, yeah. Anyways, we go over the rules of the fight. Touch gloves, and the bell rings, and I go up, and I'm establishing my feints. I feint with a jab, and I go low, hit him in the stomach, and he backs up probably 5 feet, and then I swing a right hand, just not even like looking. I just swing it, and he falls down. He didn't get hit by it. He just tripped over. I don't really know. I think his feet.
Hey,
so he gets back up.
He took his shoes off, I may add.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I'll get there. Yeah, so anyways, we get back. I punch him in the arms a couple times because he's like leaning back like this. And I punch him once more in the stomach and then a bit more in the arms. And then he takes his shoes off and walks away and walks inside and says, I'm done. This fight lasted about 12 seconds, by the way. So 12 seconds and he was done. And I told him, hey, this is why you never talk bad of my name. And then he wanted to wrestle me. Mm-hmm. So we wrestled. And Gavin, I don't know if you want to explain that one. I'll let you explain this one. You actually had front row seats to it, basically.
Yeah, this Joaquin fella is kind of a hard one to take down, but Jimmy did a really good job at getting on the top of it. Where Joaquin was just trying to basically lay on him, and yeah, it was definitely interesting. Joaquin tapped out, as his coach Parker said, not much cardio going on.
Well, by the way, for those of you that don't know Joaquin, he probably has 110 pounds on me. He's a big guy, so like Gavin said, he was hard to take down. So I don't know what his plan was. I kind of knew what he was going for. He went for a standing guillotine on me, and I knew he would do that because every time I wrestle him, he does the same move every time. So as soon as he did that, he just fell down while holding the guillotine. So that's what I got. So when I got on top of him, and he just gave me his back, and I put him in a rear naked choke, and he tapped out in probably 3 seconds. So.
Yeah, I mean,
was he tucking his chin or?
He was not. He was just letting it out. I tucked my chin. I know how to do that. That's why he did.
I'm aware you did. If he tucked his chin, he would have lasted a bit longer there, maybe.
Yeah, no, 100%. He just looked like a fish out of water out there.
I mean, the top 10 things Ryan's saying is he would have lasted longer. I mean, it's just, I think it was obviously a little skill match there. I mean,
hey, you're not wrong.
Fair dues to him. I mean, last time I saw him, I don't know if he's been losing weight, but he looked thinner last time I saw him too, as well.
Oh yeah, he's been hitting the gym.
Yeah,
I think it's Vasa. I think he goes to Vasa.
I would say it's noticeable, but I don't think it was enough to probably go full into the fight. As someone who's 1-0 in boxing, as the videos on YouTube, I know, about to be 2-0 coming up here sometime soon. But it's just obviously you got to.
I need to see this. I've been hearing this, but I need to see it. You've been saying like this fight's gonna happen, and it hasn't happened yet. I'm a little disappointed in it. I just want the confirmation that's gonna happen. I really do.
I mean, I'm waiting on Ryan to sign the papers. I've tossed out the invite. I just need the. You know what I mean? What's the terms in UFC? You just need the agreement, contract agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, just need the contract agreement. That's about all. I mean, the flyers are out there. The flyers they're out there on my phone. But I mean, we're just waiting on some agreements here.
Well, it was also funny. So when I won the fight, Joaquin was the one calling people out for who he wants to fight next. I just want to preface how absolutely ridiculous that is. That the guy who lost the fight is the one calling out someone, not the guy who won the fight. He was calling out my coach, by the way. My coach. He was saying he wants to fight my coach next. I don't know. The dude's an animal. he definitely has a lot of arrogance, and I'm glad that I put him in his place.
Hmm.
And you know what?
Yeah,
I love the
simple as that.
confidence. I love the confidence to be immediately ready for the next match after you just lost. It's
Correct.
So
impressive.
Yeah. Well, next event.
that was past UFC. What are your plans for next UFC?
So next UFC, I kind of want to go watch this one in the theater because I watch a couple in theaters. They're really cool experience. But it's Pereira versus Ankalaev next, I believe.
Yeah, but was it March 8th is when that fight is? Somewhere around there?
Let me
Given a date?
make sure.
I'm just kind
Yeah,
of
March 8th.
I'm just ballparking it. That's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, March 8th. It looks really good. It's either that or Joaquin said he wants to fight me now in MMA at the next event. So but disregard him at this point. We'll talk about the UFC for a bit.
I mean, he's called out everyone. It sounds like now.
Yeah, he's just a spitfire. He just wants everyone, anytime, whatever. Sure. But yeah, no, the next event it's either going to be at my house or I'll go to a theater and watch it. But it looks promising. The at least the top 3 fights are going to be complete bangers. So I know you guys don't know names as much, but the Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker fight is going to be absolute carnage, and it has possibility of being like the best fight in the past 10 years. Like, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy because, I mean, if he's going to hook her and I hardly know her, it's just, I'm excited to watch this one. It's going to be great.
Yeah. You guys actually, you did watch the Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje fight. That was the 1 second left knockout in the 5th round.
Where he pointed and was like, let's go right now. And then
yeah, I think you guys were there for that, right?
I was there.
I know Gavin.
I'm forgetting if I was there or not. I know I was at 2 of them before I went back. I was at the oh man, you would know the guy. I mean just Slavic or Dagestani. That guy, the
Islam.
Heavyweight. Yeah, I was at Islam one. But there was one other, but I can only remember the Islam one, which I was at recently. Which was a good fight.
Oh, hey, no, Islam usually puts on good fights. But no, the UFC, I know you guys aren't as crazy into it as me, but this card does look good. And I will say this card, the most previous one, was absolute dog water, like just horrible. There was no name value on it. It was only the main event, which kind of sucked in itself because Sean Strickland was just freaking.
I thought it was fine though how he dealt with the nose though. That's thug ass shit.
Yeah, he broke his nose, I think, halfway through the round, and then was like circling the cage and just like yanking it back in place. I mean, it was literally like fully like off to the side, and he yanked it back into place, which is pretty cool.
To fight a whole round, which is tough.
I mean,
but I will say
no, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, wasn't Strickland the one that was just also straight up lying that he could see the ringmen? Would it be ringmen? The referee fella.
Yeah, the doctors or refs.
Yeah,
I mean, there's been many instances of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was directly. I don't know. Are you talking about the video where they're like, how many fingers am I holding up? And the guy just starts saying a bunch of numbers?
No, it's just straight up he's saying he cannot see. And then the ref comes by and he's like, oh, no, I can see. Just, he's willing to not drop out of the fight for anything. Yeah,
that might have been him. I can't. I know that clip
of the video. About. I don't know if it was Strickland or not. It just, it was a generic white dude, so that's all I could remember.
Correct, and he's probably the most stereotypical white dude.
Yeah.
He's like a Brody Brandt per se. I mean, Brody Brandt's favorite fighter for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just something about him, 100%. It gives me a Joe Flacco kind of aura, and there's just something you can like about Flacco.
Well, actually, I think Brody would actually like this Bryce Mitchell guy. I know you two probably don't know what happened with Bryce Mitchell, but basically he has his own podcast, and he was talking about how Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy, and how he wanted to go fishing with him. And the president, Dana White, the president of the UFC, said that was the most retarded comment he's ever heard come out of someone's mouth. But there's no repercussions because it's the UFC and they give freedom of speech and whatever.
Yeah.
But the dude is a retard. There was one story where he accidentally drilled his balls and then had to like drill back the other way to undrill his balls and get it out.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that just sounds like Ryan's normal Saturday night to me. But I guess even UFC fighters are having fun like that.
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes on in the Carpiel household for sure. I'm sure they have basically their own style UFC events. I think I heard Zach's the current champ right now. He took down Barry, but by submission.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
seeing video footage of that one. It was a good fight. I mean, Barry had him in the guillotine, and just Zach able to slip out of that and just full on, put him
Mm,
into a submission after was insane.
Zach's stealth
yeah,
definitely took that fight.
hmm It's just kind
I
of like
agree.
he goes behind him, right behind the guy, and he's just like invisible. And I don't know how he does it. I mean, I've tried the maneuver, and it doesn't work the same. It's just
He's
maybe
good
it's
with his
He's got a
inherent.
hands.
little power.
He's said that many times.
hmm
Yeah, he's good with his hands. He knows how to use
I
them.
mean, Ryan also very handsy, so I think it just fits that he's very good with the hands.
Mhm.
Hmm. I heard he's next up, so we'll see how that fight goes. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
it's gonna
I'm
be
ready
interesting.
for it. Exactly.
hmm But you know what? I had a little topic here I wanted to talk about for a quick minute. Didn't want to ramble on it for too long because you know what? I've been getting hate on this opinion for a bit now, and I'll just say it. The NBA fucking sucks. I hate it. Might be up there for one of
Mm.
the worst sports to watch right now. Just purely, I mean, there's no offense or no defense on any teams. Just like the competitive aspect on it. I've been talking about this a lot. People keep giving me hate for it. I just want to hear an opinion on it. Do you think the NBA has gone downhill from what it used to be?
Yeah, I believe that's 100% true. I saw when we're comparing college basketball to NBA, college basketball, it just seems like the competitiveness is just through the roof. And I can't tell you the last time I genuinely wanted to watch a regular season NBA game, but I will definitely tune into like an NCAA, top 25 matchup any day of the week to watch that.
hmm
But you're right, there's just no defense now. It just seems like everyone's just chucking threes. And then there's no like there's no cohesion. I'll go back to the 2021 Phoenix Suns as a Phoenix Suns fan. That team had chemistry. They had ball movement. It was an all around game. Now the Suns nowadays just chuck up threes, and it's so fucking annoying to watch. And I think that's what you're talking about. There's just no
Yeah,
defense. Everyone just freaking pass,
it's
shoot, an
mhm.
ISO ball, one on one ISO ball. It's stupid.
It's just a game of, oh, I think my opponent will miss, so I'm not gonna go. I've literally, I caught myself watching like a bit of the NBA. I think it was just Atlanta. It might have been Atlanta Spurs. It was one of those teams. Just purely running up the court, shooting, make a three or miss it, and then running back down the court the other way, shooting, making like I don't see an ounce of
Yeah.
defense on any team anymore. And I compare it to like an Alabama Arkansas game, which Alabama was ranked. I believe they're the 2 seed now, but Arkansas,
They're good. They're good. Yeah.
yeah, not ranked, unranked. But at least they're competitive. Like I mean, this game's a close game up
Mhm.
until the end. Like the scores in the 80s. Of course, it's like the time difference between games are like the games are shorter in NCAA, I believe, by a bit. But then again, like at least the defense is valued a lot more. That's why Iowa fucking sucks. I mean, they're like up there for top points, but you know what? They're like 400th in the defense, so we're like god awful in
Yeah,
basketball.
because it's all white boys that shoot threes, Tommy. They all that's all they really do.
And there's just something
That's
you
how
can
that's how their
respect about
system has
that side of
worked.
the game. And I mean, I just love
Yeah.
5 white boys shooting threes, just having a ball on the court. But I mean, they're god awful at
Yep.
basketball.
It's like 5 Logan Weavers out there. You love to watch it, but it's just like sometimes it gets killed on the defensive end. And that's not a shot to Logan Weaver. I got a 1v1 him, by the way. We've been rumbling. We're gonna 1v1 me and him. So this is my time, Logan. I know you're gonna watch this podcast, so you're gonna get smashed by me. I hope you know that. You have
Calling the
nothing
shot.
against me.
Call him
But
what
sorry,
the way
anyways.
he's calling out his opponent.
Exactly. But yeah, no. I mean, NCAA, you look at the NBA Finals, which I actually thought was really boring last year. I don't remember anything that really happened in that besides Jason Tatum being cringe as hell after the fact. And then you look at March Madness, which is just like perfection. I love March Madness. I used to take off school days so I could just sit and watch March Madness.
Which I mean, it's fair. I think March Madness might be one of the most exciting times of the year. And I mean, it's purely only basketball, I think, going on, really. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm sure that I think there's still hockey going on. There's just regular season games, but I find myself really only ever watching the March Madness games during that time.
Mhm. And
Like,
I probably make about 50 brackets. I mean, I love March. I get so immersed in it. I try to look at like the sleeper teams. I try to figure out like there's a lot that goes into it, but it's fun to watch. As if we're going back to that point with the NBA not being fun, March Madness is just competitive. It's fun. NCAA is just a way better basketball league than the NBA right now, and it's evident in the scores and the play styles. It's just more fun. That's the simple matter.
yeah, and I just wanted to point it out. It's dog shit. I mean, no one wants to watch it. I think you need to go back to the good old like valuing defense more than you're putting just full on. If we score 100 points and they score a little less, it's dumb. It's a dumb way of playing the game, and you know what? I'm tired of watching it. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I agree, 100%.
Something that's happening tomorrow, though. Captain America's coming out. I know, Jimmy, you watched that last night. What were your thoughts on the movie?
I did. I'm not. I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest with you. It's you guys shit on me for this Red One bullshit where I said for the amount of money it looked like shit. The same thing applies with this movie. They spent almost like $500 million on this movie, and it just looks like a Sony villain verse movie. And then I was comparing. You guys both seen The Winter Soldier, right?
I have,
Captain America
yeah.
Winter Soldier. Yeah. So
It's good movie.
this movie it is a very good movie. Yeah, this movie is a Temu version of that, and I was comparing it. They have Captain America, which is instead of Steve Rogers, it's now the Black in America, Sam Wilson, and then they got the new Falcon, which is this Mexican guy named Ramirez. I think I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. I think it's Manny Ramirez. And then they got their Black Widow clone, which is the president's right hand chick. It's literally like identical. She's like, oh, she was from Russia. She was in the same thing Black Widow was in. And then they have the villain who's being manipulated by a higher power in the president and Bucky Barnes. So, yes, to me, it was a shit version of the Winter Soldier. And I don't know, it didn't look good. I don't know. I think you guys would like it more than I do because you don't care about like budget and stuff and CGI as much. It just, I don't know. It comparably to other Captain Americas, it was very bad.
You know what? I'm gonna have to. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but just based off the trailers, I'm kind of on the same page right now. I don't know. Marvel's been digging a hole for a while now since Endgame. Maybe No Way Home, but you can't really count that for Marvel. That's a Sony thing at this point. But like they're trying to dig the fan base back, and I don't think they're gonna get it with any movies like that. On the other hand, a movie like Fantastic Four, which I've seen the trailer for, I've only heard little complaints about, and I think I would genuinely willing to watch actually go watch in theaters, which is kind of rare for a Marvel movie nowadays.
Well, I would say that and Thunderbolts actually looks pretty decent. Thunderbolts is looking like just a dumb fun time, like a the Suicide Squad, not the first but the second Suicide Squad movie. It just kind of looks like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, but obviously you got to watch Captain America because your manager at the theater. How's it? What's it like managing? That the humble little abode there. How's it?
Alongside Ryan Carpio.
Yeah, alongside that, obviously we asked Ryan, last time, is there any challenges, facing diff people? He took it in a different aspect and, was going off the rails there a little bit on the question,
Yeah.
but just, what's a tough time, fun time? What do you get to deal with there?
Let's just say old people and middle-aged like moms. Gavin knows this one woman with her two kids that come in their minivan, and just like it's just constant complaining. That's what it is. It's like I can't do much about it. Today we had. I love the thing because like people. The winter storm, but I don't want to be the dead horse again. But the winter storm was pretty bad today, and the roads were really bad. But people were coming in, and without fail, every time. Wow, the roads are horrible out there. It's like, yeah, you drove here. I don't know why you did, but here you are coming on a Wednesday morning or Wednesday night for no reason to come watch a movie that's been out for 2 months. I don't know. It's not horrible. It's a pretty easy job, to be fair. I actually have been night cleaning more than managing as of late, which is I guess good for us because the place is actually clean. But in terms of my enjoyment, it's just kind of repeating.
Yeah. And we asked Ryan last time, if there's like a story of like, the most like I don't know, difficult thing you've had to deal with, or just like a crazy experience there. This is the one he went off the rails on, crazy experience. He's like, I'm gonna call out you and you, just we had to shut him down, classic Ryan move if you ask me. But what's that like story you think you tell people when they ask you what you've dealt with there?
I'm sure you guys would know this. It's the time I was threatened to get killed just for there was an incident right at the theater, and these two kids, or no, sorry, four total kids were moseying on our hallways, peeking in theaters, and this one guy was walking to his theater, and he was like, I don't know what he said to them exactly because our cameras don't have audios, but he stopped and was like saying words to them, and then they started like having a little bit of a quarrel in the hallway. And me and Josh were in the back eating. By the way, Josh, lovely guy, miss him. We were eating pizza in the back, and we were just waiting for them to go into a theater so we can kick them out. Anyways, we see this happening, and we see like one of the guys getting held back. So we're like, crap, we gotta go handle this. So Josh had a gimpy leg. I'm the only one that could really go at a good pace and go grab him. And I get there, and the kids are like, "Oh, they pulled a knife out on us, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Huh?" Like, oh, that's interesting. So I'm like, "All right, Josh, you take them to the lobby. I'll try to talk to this guy." See, he's like, "Oh, I had Twizzlers in my hand, and I rolled them up because I was like angry or I was getting defensive." I was like, "All right, yeah, just we're gonna go look at cameras and confirm, if it was Twizzlers or a knife or whatever, blah blah blah." And we put the kids in the lobby, and we had him stay in his movie. Well, let's just say those kids made a phone call, and this was a not so good phone call for me and Josh. They called their parents, and the way I would describe this guy was a Mexican cartel member. I'm sure we all know those like skinhead Mexican cartel member guys.
Yeah.
Identical match of that. And he came in, and we were on the cameras looking back, looking for the knife, and we just see him start running down the hallway. It's like a 50-year-old dude. I'm like, oh, what the hell? So I sprint out to go after him, and he's like in the theater screaming, "Where the hell is he? Where the hell is he?" I'm like, "Dude, you got to get out." He's like, "You better find him or I'm gonna fucking kill you." I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then the mom's is like this 300-pound torta. I would, by the way, but she was like bawling her eyes out. She was bawling her eyes out, crying. She's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You guys didn't call the fucking cops. I didn't call the fucking cops. This is bull." And it's like, well, ma'am, you called the cops like 12 seconds before we did. Because, by the way, Tessa Eads, I don't know, maybe future guest. She was there on scene that day. She was very, very skittish, and I think she was fumbling over the phone. It was kind of hard for her to call 911 because she was kind of, I think, scared in a way. But yeah, this dude's like screaming at me, yelling he's gonna kill me. You got the other like the four thugs, the YNs per se, all like looking at me like they're like, "Oh, I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to grab my dad." I'm like, "The fuck you mean you're trying to grab your dad? You just let him run to the theater and try to kill this guy." Lo and behold, we had the cops come. Callie Caruso was talking with Josh. Kind of had something going there, but unfortunately, that actually didn't end up going anywhere.
It's a shame. He's got those methods on him, that's for sure.
He does. So yeah, I probably spent about 2 hours. He spent like an hour and a half with the parents and the Callie Caruso and the other cops up there. I had to go back, review the footage, and it was just a whole. Somehow the guy I think had a sixth sense. He just like left out the side door, like conveniently, like right after we talked to him. Like I think he knew something was going to happen, but it was like a minute before the dad came running down. So it was pretty cool that he got out of there, because I guarantee I probably would have went in and probably saw him on top of him with like a knife stabbing him, which would have made it a lot worse. But yeah, no, I got threatened to get killed at the theater. Just a lot of like interactions like that. Like I've been pressed by 12 fine African-American gentlemen from Chicago that snuck into a theater. I kicked them out, and they wanted to fight me for it. Just a lot of people want to fight me for some reason at the theater. I don't know what it is. I truly don't. They want to fight me.
I mean, it's crazy because
for kicking them out.
I've been looking at the reviews, and it's like I only see good things. Like I saw recently just a man and his wife going to the theater, and he just couldn't help but compliment like the humble staff and just the fact of the theater 10 was, I believe, spotless. He said in it, just like very clean, and the fact that I think he said the employees are just clearly take the time out of their days to just make sure everything's nice and cozy for the customers, which. It's great to see, and lovely to see customers just raving about it in the reviews.
I did shake his hand. He said, "Hey, my name's Michael," and he gave me a handshake and said, "This was one of the best theater experiences I've ever had here." So it was lovely to see a guy like Michael come into our theater. I love when patrons like that come in.
Yeah, but
so those are the good guys. I mean, there's bad people and there's good people, and Michael's one of the good ones.
From a couple experiences for me, I don't think I'm ever going to kick out, like alongside a manager, a grown adult again. Me and Ryan tried kicking out a grown adult one time, and it was very similar to that situation with Jimmy. He stole a shit ton of stuff, like a crazy amount of stuff, and was going crazy and throwing.
Oh, is that the guy that said, "I'm going to bring hell on you guys tomorrow"?
Yeah, and then called our theater as they were driving away. I don't know. He was, some would say, stupid as fuck, and his girl was also like agreeing with him. I don't know. what she was dumb as fuck. But yeah.
I do want to preface for anyone watching this. I would not advise stealing a bunch of waters and popcorn from a movie theater and then expect it to be free because we weren't open anymore with our
Yeah.
registers.
He also
It's an
took
odd
20
Monday.
gift cards, which aren't scanned in, but
Yeah,
He took 20 gift cards?
yeah,
I
he
think
took a
it's-
handful of gift
you
cards.
know, I think it's common knowledge with every gift card that if they're not scanned, they're not usable. So I don't know the thought process on that. I mean, obviously, if it was the case, I think anyone would like more Best Buys would just be broken into, gift cards just taken off the shelf and left. But I don't
Yeah.
think some
Not much was
people.
going through his brain anyway,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, they just see and they take.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, that's what they do.
I mean, it's definitely a thought process, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've probably had some crazy things happen. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, most of it's just passive aggressiveness at the end of the day. Just a lot of. I think you get a lot of that no matter where you go, though.
You weren't there
Uh,
for cash or credit, right?
Oh, I don't believe I was. No.
That was before his time. I was there. I think
Oh, yeah.
since I started working there, I've been there for every big event.
Yeah.
Every single one. And it's so stupid sometimes you just don't even know how to respond.
Yeah, well, that's welcome to dealing with customers, That's
Or you have to watch Ryan handle a situation very poorly. Like denying a kid with autism our Wi-Fi password, pissing off their family, and then the kid fell. It was a whole thing. Yeah. That's Ryan
yes,
Cargill
yes.
for you.
Lovely guy. I would not a single guy I'd rather go to battle with than him. He would be the one.
sure.
I've heard Ryan definitely say it. Like, you stand behind him, he defends you. You stand with him, he fights with you. You stand against him, you're his enemy, and you don't want to be his enemy. That's for sure.
Mm-mm.
You do not. No.
No.
You definitely do not.
But you know what? Speaking of like just NCG in general, obviously you're going away to college next semester, correct?
Yep.
How do you think you're gonna take that transition? You gonna look for jobs up at college, or are you just gonna wing it probably?
No, I'm definitely gonna get a job. I mean, I get too bored just not doing anything. So I want to make money while I'm still in college. So I'll find a job. I know you got a valet job up in Iowa.
Yeah.
I can find something. I don't know if I'm like looking for anything necessarily. I'll just try to find whatever's out there, wherever I end up going. But I'm sure I could find something. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not hard. There's a lot of jobs available in college
And
towns.
a lot of
I'm on
them
the same
just
boat.
a lot of offer student jobs too. I know valet is technically considered a student job here at Iowa just because it's with the hospital. But then there's always like wherever your dining halls are, there's offer that. I don't think I ever would just because I don't think I want to work in a dining hall. Don't want to see how that's
No,
gonna
no,
make.
not yeah.
But
I
I
feel
would
like they
definitely not.
don't pay well. I wouldn't think.
no, it's not
I
really
don't know.
well
if
either.
they- Yeah.
I think your
They don't.
benefits are you can take your meal, but I mean most of them you already have your meal, so what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that worked in a dining hall. He said it was just like minimum wage. It was shit. So
Mhm.
definitely not worth the hassle. But it's either that or an internship. Could always look for an internship. Because I'll be getting my associates. So I'm going
Yeah.
on to major in finance, and maybe I'll get an internship somewhere.
Yeah, and I
It's
know
always an
people that
option.
look for that, fellowships, all that stuff that you could do like co-ops mid-year, stuff like that, which are all
Yeah,
obviously
exactly.
if you could get are pretty great, but it's like getting them that's
Just
usually the
something,
issue.
just something to occupy my time, and
Yeah.
maybe get some money along with it.
I don't know. I know a lot of people. I know a couple people that to occupy their time. They get really deep into sports betting. I think that's a great way of going about it as well. Just a good way to make the money in. Women's tennis has never looked more lucrative than this time of year. So
I like Chinese baseball or Korean baseball actually. That's like it's usually my go-to whenever
They-
I'm betting.
they take it serious down there. They don't mess around.
Mhm.
I usually bet on the Guangdong Tigers, and that's usually a guaranteed hit almost every time.
It's good to hear.
So
So
I would bet on
what
that
are
instead
your,
of
top 3 colleges so far?
So I've been accepted to Colorado, Iowa, and Iowa State, and I'm going to tour Iowa and Iowa State. What's today? Wednesday the 12th. In 5 days, I'll be out there touring those. And Colorado, I've already toured. Colorado's beautiful. I've toured the Arizonas. They're nice, but the thing with Colorado and Arizona is there's so much money that I'd have to pay. I know with Iowa and Iowa State, you kind of get a little bit of a what do they call that?
Scholarships.
Grants or
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
grants,
whatever.
Loans.
something like that. I mean, it's not in-state tuition, but because you're going to Iowa, I think it's like reduced.
I know me personally, just generally going to engineering and going to Iowa, I got at least 8 grand just right off the bat, I think. And then I think
Yeah.
I got another 8 grand for something. I don't know. I genuinely, I think I could know less about my financials, which isn't great, but I definitely got money off just on for no reason really.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw Christy was getting like 18,000 off if she wanted to go to Iowa. So there's always the option there. I have to go tour these and check them out. I think Iowa's like a bigger city kind of thing, and Iowa State's kind of like a more tame,
Yeah,
like mellow one.
from what I've heard, Iowa State is a lot more tame and like rural, like spread out. Iowa City, from I mean, obviously I live down here, so I know it's all kind of together. Like the everything is genuinely within like maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute walk if I need, which
Okay.
it's obvious just because of lights and shit. Although
Yeah,
I mean,
but
speaking of Iowa City, I figured to mention it. There's a little downtown mall. I love the place. Recently I had a run in where I went in there just 3 events after the other. Let's just say the clientele at the mall is very interesting sometimes. Uh, so I walked in the one time. I believe this was for a 12:30 discussion or 11:30 discussion. So I'm walking in. I'm walking at like I'm there a little early, like 11:20. Not really early, but I'm pulling in. I walk in immediately. Just some homeless dude screaming his mind at a police officer. I was enjoying it. I was ready. It's getting confrontational. I walk past it. Just speed by. Lo and behold, another cop's body cam on, just running there. I'm out. I'm to my class. So that's like case one. And then after my class, it was a lovely discussion. I played New York Times games the entire time. Had a lot of fun. Uh,
lovely games, by the way.
yeah, I left the discussion. I was one of the first ones out there. Uh, I started walking and I was like, "Oh, my shoe's untied. Let me stop by this chair to retie my shoe," as one does when it unties. And then I just hear
Yeah.
fighting. And he's like, "You ain't gonna hit me. You ain't gonna hit me. You a bitch. You a bitch." And I look over by the lovely Buffalo Wild Wings and just, what do you know? Like 8 people just squared up, ready to fight. Police officer just coming over to settle things down. It's just sometimes it's a war zone. You go in there, and then finally I'm leaving to go to my valet job, which I walk to. It's like 20 minutes to the hospital from where I'm at. Uh, I'm walking through, and just lo and behold, just another guy just screaming on the tables, just preaching the choir about some religion going on, just in the middle of a little lunch cafe, which I was overjoyed. I believe I sent a voice memo to Gavin that day, just like, man, I'm 3 for 3 of just shit going on today, and I was happy. I was enjoying my walk.
They have those days.
It's a very convincing argument to head to Iowa. Seems like there's a lot of activities to get up to. Just take a stroll and you'll find something
Oh,
going on.
yeah, I mean, that's just the mall to sum it up. Uh, but no,
That's
the
just
the classes is the classes all like just all the what school buildings. They're all just basically 5 minutes within each other. So that's
yeah.
the difference between that and Iowa State, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
Iowa
mean,
State.
it'll be a bit bigger than the Wabanzi Community College for sure.
I mean, it's always, if you go state too, you could always room with Ryan. So heard he's looking for roommates.
Appreciate that. Yeah, no,
Are you gonna take
it's
a pop on his
I'll,
offer?
I'll have to go look at some roommates. That's for sure. If I end up going to one of those,
NCG managers stick together.
Of course.
I think you guys
So
will get up to some mischief.
So there's an option. It's always an option, 100%.
Can't wait to hear those stories.
Yeah, they're gonna be great.
I mean,
drunk
you, Ryan, Rylan, that's a tree of nobody needs.
Rylan's not gonna be there. What?
No, Rylan's going to Iowa State, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you think she's gonna come party? Rylan's not gonna
No,
party.
she would never room with you guys.
Although I don't. Does she watch this podcast? I don't know if she mentioned if she watches it.
I don't think so. Maybe.
For those, I want to say this right now. Rylan Woods, she's a scam artist in the making. I know her real nature. She is a freaking psychopath. I know who she really is down low. She's gonna put this whole facade that she's this like innocent little girl. She's not. She knows what she's doing. She's this like devious little freaking. It's just so annoying because I know it and I'm the only one that knows this and I don't know what to do about it. I'm sorry. Sorry, go.
So
yeah, but no.
Obviously moving away to college, what if that relationship with NAP?
Oh no. I knew it was coming. It breaks my heart to think. It really does.
Are you gonna
It had to
cremate him,
eventually.
or are you just gonna carry the body with you?
Well, here's the thing. It was going to happen
Make it work.
eventually. No, well, hold it. Let's just say this, right? So this guy, he's going to become a pilot. He was going to leave me regardless. You know, he's been talking about wanting to move to Naples, Florida, and we knew this was going to come eventually. I'm sure I'll still get the 5 p.m. phone call every day from him leaving work and telling me how he's going to be door dashing later the night, or if I saw this new movie trailer coming up and whatnot, or how my day was. But it's going to be sad. It really is. I think we've all had that experience. Tommy, you've probably left someone. Ryan,
Yeah,
perchance.
that left me in tears for a while. It was hard to get over.
Yeah, and Gavin,
I'll
you're
still
gonna
think
have
about
to
it.
be leaving Trevor Nelson here soon. I'm sure it's gonna be devastating. So we all have that person where we're just like we're gonna be devastated that we're leaving, but it's necessary because it's just steps in life you have to take. And yeah, me and NAP we're still gonna be tight, brothers in blood. I hope to get on the podcast with him eventually. I've heard this rumblings about an in-person
Yeah,
podcast, which is
I've tossed it out there. I think it's gonna be a very interesting experience when we decide to put that into plan with no plan basically. But
exactly.
it's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I also, we still get to visit each other. I mean, how many times do you come back, Tommy? You come back like probably 5 times out of the year.
Yeah, give it 4 or 5 within the semester. I mean, obviously I'm back for the breaks in between, like Thanksgiving and spring break. I usually come back. Uh,
Yeah,
and then there's just like random weekends where if I have some reason I have to come back, or just sometimes laundry. Genuinely, it's easier to do laundry at home than pay sometimes $20 to use it at my apartment. Which I mean, $20 to do laundry in my apartment might be a scam sometimes. So it's nicer to
it
just
does
come home
seem a
for that.
little unruly.
Yeah, I don't think I figured out the actual how I do my laundry. Good. I put it in the
It just
dryer and it needs like 6 cycles I think sometimes.
no, I maybe just make a bath and just like soak them and then hang them over like the pins.
Yeah,
I don't know. I heard you do that in Command and Conquerors, but
Mhm.
I can't say for sure. I know it's like a medieval.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that's a medieval game.
You know,
My
I'm
joke is ruined. Whatever.
I'm not really familiar with
Scrap
it.
it.
But you know what?
Yeah, no.
Speaking of scrap, obviously we talked about your MMA fight. But we
Yep.
had a little note here just talking about a fitness journey. What's this of a fitness journey I'm hearing you're going on?
Hey, fitness journey. So senior year, I was actually super big into like fitness and whatnot. And then you get a job at NCG, you get complacent, you gain a bit of weight, whatever. But I put the foot down. My gym that I used to go to,
And
the
the
guy
cookie.
fled to South Africa. He fled to the guy. The guy that used to own my gym fled to South Africa after he scammed everyone out of their money, and now that gym is shut down, so I can't go there. But I have a home gym now, so every day I wake up, I lift in the morning, and then I do my cardio at night. So actually, after this podcast, I'm gonna hop on the treadmill for incline treadmill. It's 2 miles on 3.1 speed and 10 incline, and me and Javid are actually in a challenge right now. It's I'm trying to hit 225 on bench and he's trying to hit 205. So whoever gets there first gets there first. But I know Javid's like he's eating like he tracks his I don't track my calories. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll admit it right now. The fitness journey, whatever, I don't track my calories. I don't care. I like to eat food. Gavin knows. I like to eat food. We've shared many hot dogs at NCG. And you know, I'm sure I know I'm not the best one. I know there's another person that eats his without buns and whatnot, just an amount of ketchup and just rolls them around.
Inhumane looking.
Yes, but I love my food. But I have dialed it back a bit actually. Before the podcast started, I ate in here. There was protein balls, which was my first meal of the day. So shout out my mom. She cooked up some great balls, and I put her balls in my mouth, and it was good.
No, lovely.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I'm
so-
personally, I've been coming back on the gym here recently. It's bad when you're lifting
Lovely
a
to
plate
hear.
one
Good to
day
hear.
and then all of a sudden you go to the gym and you're really sore and you're lifting 95 like it's a struggle. I was like, God damn, what just happened? So I was like, I gotta go back. So I've been hitting on my second day, but we're going consistent throughout this week so far. So
I had the same experience. I was out of it for a while. I went back in. I used to bench 185 for 6, and then I went and I could barely get it for 2. And I was just like, wow, I am just like destroyed now. So I don't know. We crawled our way back, and we're going to continue it. That's the
Yeah.
simple matter of it is we're going to continue it, and hopefully we're going to get that 225 benchmark. I don't know. Next time I probably see you, Tommy. Hopefully I'll be able to hit it.
Yeah, I mean, ideally is I don't know. I don't really have a benchmark goal. I think probably just lifting over a plate for reps would probably be the goal. Because I was lifting a plate for some reps before, and then I overlifted, and was very sore for a while, and haven't really lifted too heavily since on a bench press. So
I also think don't worry about so much as that. I think for like me and you, our goal is to just stay fit, stay active, and look good. That's what our goal is. We're not like power lifters trying to lift the most amount of weight possible. We're trying to look good, stay fit, stay healthy. Gavin, I don't know you're not going to Planet anymore, are you?
So. I don't like gyms at all. I hate it. I'm not good. I've been eating a lot better.
I have noticed that. I have hit your meal prep though at NCG, and it's still there. So.
I know where it is. I just kind of like it there.
I mean, that your meal prep
I do
inspired me
too.
to buy meal prep as well. I've been doing meal prep for probably the past 3 weeks. Just chicken. I think I did like some meatball shit recently, and just taco meat because that shit was easy to make, and just all with rice. I mean,
rice. Yep.
easy to do.
That's what you gotta do.
But
and it's good for you. It's better than fast food, and having to spend $10 a meal every time. You just get this and throw them all into little containers, and you guys are set. So I love what I'm hearing there. You guys are definitely going the right track.
Dogs, really, I'm a big hot dog guy. Can't eat much hot dogs.
It is. Yeah, you are. You love the glizzies.
But
I can't blame you either. I love glizzies as much as the next guy.
Yeah, they're definitely a way of going about getting your protein in, I guess, or your calories. But I mean,
they are.
I'm looking at the list, and I think we've hit that time where we're kind of out of discussion topics here. And I know Gavin's prepared a fun list of rank 5 without knowing what's coming next. I know that's a personal favorite of yours. And I made a athlete guess who list for a couple games of guess who wherever we see fit. So I think right here's a good place to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we'll be right on the guess 5 without knowing what's coming next.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're gonna be doing rank these 5 things without knowing what's coming next. I have the list, so obviously I can't participate, but we're gonna have Jimmy and Tommy participate, making their own lists. And let's get started here. So for the first list,
is there no category? Is it just straight up?
It's a different category for every round. So this first one is food.
Okay.
Okay. Guys ready for the first one?
I'm ready.
Double quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's.
Good.
I'm gonna put in the 3 for me.
All right. No, I'm seconding that. I like the 3 slot. I've actually never had it, so I've had a quarter pounder. I've never had the double quarter pounder, so.
I've had double. It's good, but I feel like it could be beaten.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going with this. This could be like all fast food. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm waiting for crickets to come up or grass.
Bugs. Ooh.
Usually that's the 5 slot.
You guys ready for number 2?
I'm ready.
Of course.
New York strip steak from Texas Roadhouse. So you could just probably put steak from Texas Roadhouse.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
If it's Texas Roadhouse steak, I'm also following number 1. I don't want to copy, but.
So far identical list, but that's all right.
I think we'll find differences here in a sec.
You might find.
See, I wasn't a steak guy until I had a really good steak on my cruise, and I'm a steak guy now. I love steak. If it's cooked right, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse, they season it well.
Like. All right, for the number 3, chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden.
It's not bad.
From Olive Garden, that's 4. I like chicken Alfredo, but not from Olive Garden.
I like chicken Alfredo, but I think it'll be beaten, so I'm putting in the 5.
Wow. You wanted to put in the 4. I know you did. You just don't want to go with another one of my guess. Huh?
I'm trying to be different.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be different.
It's all right. You get stuck with bugs over it.
Number 4, you guys ready?
Yep.
Chipotle bowl.
2. 100%.
Chipotle bowl, you said?
Yeah. You're
It's like whatever I.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a 2. That's easy too.
Now, is it that good though, or is it like a 4? It's a 2. I can't be different with that one. I mean, that's now 4's in the 5 left.
You have my 5. Yeah.
Our number 5. It's barbecue wings from Wingstop, dipped in Wingstop ranch.
Okay. I'm actually not mad because that's not my favorite wing to get there, so
It's
I'm not too mad about that.
I'm fine with it because I don't like that wing either. Like, to be
Yeah,
honest,
I'm more of a.
I like lemon pepper. I don't mind buffalo. That's
Yep.
original. That's plain. But I think lemon pepper and buffalo are just what I go to. I think these are good
Also,
lists,
it's
though.
what do they have? It's like something Chipotle, or I think it's some
Mm.
Chipotle one. That one's really good. It might have been a signature
Yeah.
item. But yeah, no, I actually that was a good list. I like that list.
Yep. And then here's a zoom up of
Alright.
our rank 5 without knowing. All right, and I'm just gonna do the bullet points. It's gonna be easier.
I like the Chechik Alfredo OG.
All right, and then for the second one, the topic is movies.
Ooh, I'm liking this one.
Ooh.
This could go anywhere.
We're gonna start it with a banger. Trap.
5.
4.
Wait. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna stick it in the 5, but I know there's gonna be worse than. I know Madam Web's on the list somewhere. If Madam Web's on the list and it beats Trap purely because, like,
Wait. Can I clarify, Gavin? Is this movies that came out last year, or just movies in general?
I think it so happens.
Or is that a
these are all
mystery?
last
Is that a
year.
mystery?
all last.
Ooh, okay.
I think one might have been 2 years ago, but all recent.
If Madam Web
Number
Okay.
is in
2.
4, I'm gonna lose it.
Number 2, Marvels.
I would have
The
put that
Marvels?
below Trap.
Fuck,
It's
I
4.
would too, but
It's-
oh man.
It's genuinely Trap is worse than that.
Uh, yeah, I'll put it at 3 just because there has to be something worse than the Marvels.
Madam Web is on the list. I know it for sure that Madam Web is on this, and it's gonna
It could
in
be
the-
It Ends With Us, and
I would have preferred that
He
over
probably gave-
Trap.
he gave us stinkers, didn't he? You little bastard.
And then for number 3, the movie we were all looking forward to, and
Madam
we're
Web.
kind of pleasantly surprised by, Madam Web.
Yeah, it's Madam Web.
5.
It's
Yeah.
fuck. I don't know how to spell it, to be honest. I think it's like that. To be
Yep.
fair, fuck the spelling. It's Madam Web.
Yep. Madman.
All
It's
right.
Madam.
God
AMDAME.
It doesn't deserve it.
That's fine. It's Madman Web is good.
For
It's not getting it.
the best directed movie of the year, Thelma.
1. It can't get worse. It's going in my 1.
What? Worse? That movie's good. But
I would agree.
he's gonna give us a better one. I'll put Thelma at 2. This is so far a perfect list. Well, yeah, actually, no, actually, I'd rather. Actually, this is. I don't know.
This is the worst movies I think I've ever seen for a
But-
Ring 5.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's gonna end with a good one.
I don't know.
My friend Ryan recommended me this movie.
Oh, it's in.
Hot Frosty.
Oh no.
Jimmy's number 1.
Is that the Netflix one? Or am
Yeah,
I...
that's the one we put on when we reset the league.
I told you, man. You got to put Thelma in the. I think I just saved my list
I
for
know.
that one. I might.
But no, because you have Madam Web in the 3.
I might have saved it with Thelma beating out Hot Frosty.
Yeah, that was a terrestrial downfall. I would have had a perfect list if those two. No,
Oh,
actually,
this
no.
is-
Hot Frosty would probably be number 4. That movie's so bad.
Madam Web's in last easily. Madam Web. I haven't even seen Marvels. That's how bad it is, though. That's the thing.
It's
I haven't
horrible.
even thought like I should waste my time watching this. Oh god, that was a terrible list. That was just like
Yeah,
set
thanks
up
for that,
failure.
Gavin. Really helped us out there with some good movies.
You guys ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
This one is drinks.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay.
And we're going to
So it
start
kind of
off.
reminds me of a little callback that you did, the drinks at 3 a.m. on my podcast.
Mm-hmm. We're going to start with a nice little water.
I imagine
One.
that's, yeah, I thought that was gonna be
Drinking it right now.
I'm gonna put in the 2. I don't know. I like water, but it's not as flavorful. You got to think about that.
Yeah, nothing I drink more though than the
Nothing
water.
what if sweet tea's on the list now? You got to think about it. I'm playing the mind
No,
games
water's
here.
better than that.
Next is Coke from McDonald's.
That's my 1.
4. I'm not a big soda guy. I think me and Logan Weaver both agree on that one.
I'm a big Coke guy, and McDonald's makes the best Coke, so that's why it's in my 1.
All right.
Yeah, that and Sprite.
Next, we have Fanta Orange.
5.
3. I like Fanta better than Coke.
I don't mind.
But with that being
mean,
said,
I don't know. I feel like Fanta's more bland than water somehow. The Fanta Orange, I don't know.
Gavin doesn't like that take. He loves Fanta Orange.
I hate it. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm actually not the biggest fan of Fanta Orange.
Never mind. He just mixes it with blue raspberry slushy.
For the next one, dark roast coffee. So
4.
strong
5.
coffee.
Thank goodness I got. Oh my goodness! Thank
Honestly,
goodness. I left at 5.
I'm just gonna put coffee. I think it's kind of the same either way.
Yeah.
But dark roast is disgusting. That thing's like. Well, to all my Dominic Mort coffee drinkers, you know. I know it's good for them, but
dark.
I hate it. Yeah.
Now for our last and final pick, Andrew's sweat after a long shift.
Oh. Well, it's
and confirm. And confirm it's definitely tangy. It is very tangy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the curveball we didn't expect here.
That definitely was a curveball.
There's the list. We're on to our next one.
Strangely high for you, Shimmy, don't you think?
Honestly, no. I'd rather have that over those 3.
I think I might prefer the dark coffee over Andy Sweat. I don't know though. It's close.
I truly disagree.
All right, and for our next one, we have sports.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Okay.
For the first one, it's golf. It could be miniature, could be actual golf. Up to your choice.
How are we ranking? Are we ranking off watching, playing, or is it just in general?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Playing for fun.
Playing golf? Playing golf's actually it's
playing golf
pretty anger-inducing, though.
It is. I think playing golf would put it in like 2, but I'm dropping it in 3 because it is kind of brutal to watch.
I'm going 4. I'm not good at golf.
I enjoy playing it.
I hate watching it.
Yeah, watching it could be boring. I don't know.
Mini golf is fun though.
Mini golf is enjoyable. I went to Wisconsin to play 180 mini golf holes. Just went a trip up there just for that. No other reason other than to play mini golf.
I will say, I mean, some places get really creative with mini golf, and it actually is pretty cool sometimes with these like obstacles that you have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. For number 2, we have soccer.
I feel like I have to put it in my 4. Soccer's the same thing as golf, realistically. It's fun to play.
Yeah, I'm going 3. Also boring. Yeah, I actually do enjoy playing soccer. It's just it's boring. But I will say the World Cup is very fun to watch. I actually do enjoy watching the World Cup.
I've come around to watching occasional soccer matches, but they're hard to watch full games of. I think I would rather almost watch golf sometimes.
Just don't bet on Liverpool, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Liverpool's a safe thing to not bet for. Bet against them if anything. Bet on them to draw.
Correct.
Right. For our next one, we have hockey. I think
it's gonna obviously be my 1.
Yeah.
That's my 2. I love hockey. I agree. My huge hockey fans in this household for sure.
I think it's
hockey's not as much as Tommy.
It's fun to watch and play. And I don't know. I'm still
Mhm.
I play in a league right now, so which is interesting.
I
It's
mean,
fun.
growing up in Chicago, watching those teams, it was just like exuberating,
Oh,
and I miss it so much. I miss
there's
it so much. I
there's a
wish.
reason they were the 2010s team of the year, and now it's just Bedard, and I mean, a lot of standards there.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
For our next one, we have pickleball.
5.
I think I'm gonna have to follow. Pickleball is fun to play though. I'll give it its credit.
It is fun.
But what's the fucking value of pickleball at the end of the day? It's short. It's smaller tennis. Like what are it's smaller tennis for like 60-year-olds who don't want to move.
I think Logan's a fan of it, right? Logan plays it.
Probably.
Unless I'm
Ryan
mixing
plays
mixing
it
it
for
up.
I would
sure.
give it less shit if you ever seen the tournaments, it's just people standing like 5 feet from the net trying to hit it as like soft as possible over.
Well, yeah, they get pissed when you hit it like hard and get a
Yeah,
point. It's like, well, then what? How am I supposed to score if I'm just supposed
yeah.
to loll it to you every time?
Sorry, you're standing on your fucking horse that you drove here. Like what am I meant to do? Just tap it to you? Like, god damn. It might be the pussiest sport out there, to be honest.
That's ridiculous.
You guys ready for number 5?
I'm excited. I'm thrilled.
Not now. Your fucking tone of voice kind of throws me off here.
Badminton.
Okay. Well.
Have you seen the training for badminton though?
Dude,
Oh, it's
rough.
intense.
Yeah, it's tough.
I know badminton training when
Mhm.
I know badminton training when I see it. It's some
Do you guys
That's
think Ryan's
the number
grandma
one.
has a net set up in the backyard for functions?
Ooh,
I could see
I hope
it.
so. Actually,
I see it doubled down as a volleyball net.
I can call his landline
with the
real
like the
quick to make
5 foot
sure.
volleyball.
Yeah. Or like where you throw the disc at like
What
the,
You know,
the can.
what about the Yorkville 3-way volleyball with the giant pink inflatable balls? Where is that sport on the list? I mean,
Yeah.
that might have been the one.
That got heated when we were younger.
Yeah, there
When
was
you
a
get older, you're
there
like,
genuine.
this is kind of stupid.
Oh,
But,
I was about to say the opposite. I know my grade almost
uh,
got into a fight over it for some reason in high school.
yeah, I guess you still have to dick down like the younger grades.
Yeah, they were
But it's
not
also
happy.
not that hard because
Whoa,
you're way
whoa,
bigger.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch the language, buddy. That was worded
And
really badly.
and the phrasing,
Uh,
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Dick down the younger grades.
Didn't know
Beast.
Ryan joined the
Yep.
call, but yeah.
And
Here's the
for our
final list.
next one, kind of going off the wording of that last sentence there. The next one, I think, is going to be a fan favorite here. Ryan things.
Oh, I
Oh,
like
brother.
it.
Who
I
knows what
like
that
it.
entails? Yeah.
I'm excited. I've never been more happy for one. Can I put them all at one?
All right. We're starting off strong with the number 1. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yep.
His mother.
I really want to put her at 1. But I know his grandmother is going to be on the list, so she's going 2.
What's her name? Aunt Lauren? Aunt Laura? I mean, I think I'll put Nancy at 3. I think Aunt Laura and Doris got her beat, but
It's definitely
All right.
lovely lady.
I like what I'm
Lovely
seeing.
lady for sure.
For number 2, his Magic the Gathering collection.
Oh, that's a 5.
Yeah, that's a 5.
I think it's quite cool.
I hate that game. I don't.
I never got it. It was off-brand Pokemon.
I've never
realistic.
understood it. I've never understood it.
I think it's the Pokemon before Pokemon, but it's still off-brand. I don't know how they fucked that up that badly.
And Tom, I mean, I think we forgot this is Ryan Things, not just Ryan People. So I don't know if some of these other ones are gonna make the list.
I think it's on the list. There's no way Nancy makes the list and his grandmother doesn't, and I'll put that on Ryan's grave.
Okay. I'm
Alright.
interested in this.
For the next one, we have his socks after a long shift.
Ooh, I'm tempted to put the 3.
I'm going the 4 as well. You know, it's better than the Magic collection. I will give it that.
Yeah. It beats it by a little bit, not much, but a small margin. Just like Liverpool today in the draw.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and for next we have his all-black Mazda with, just to clarify, no red detail and no touchscreen.
1. Wow.
It's
Wow.
not there. It's not. You got to think of what it turned him into.
That was your fantasy team name, though.
It was, and it's going to continue, but the Mazda broke down this year.
Yeah, he definitely needs some oil changes, maybe a new tires.
He actually just brought it to get
It's a
work
long
on
one.
it.
It's a really long one. It's a really long one right in here, my number one.
And for our last and final
Give it to
item,
me. Come on, I know it's there.
his tennis racket.
Oh,
Oh.
Whoa.
I feel bad for Nancy now.
But you got to think about the usability of it. It's always
Yeah.
there when you need it. It's in the trunk.
Always in his trunk.
So he has a bowling ball and a tennis racket in his trunk.
Mhm.
Oh. Yeah, but I do feel bad putting it over Nancy. You know, she's a lovely woman. I would put her number 2.
I guess in hindsight, I probably would have switched the Mazda and the tennis racket. Nancy should be in 2 though. She's very lovely.
I knew you made the mistake there when you put Mazda at the 3. I was questioning it.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
And there is that list. What is it? Do we got one more, or is that the final list?
That was all.
That was all. And you know what? I think
That had to be the ending.
I think we just keep it rolling to our next segment here. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and I mean, I don't think we need a break really. So I think we just keep it going here.
Go right at it.
All right, our next
Pump it out.
segment. I've got a little bit of Guess Who Athlete Edition. It's gonna be a great one here. I've gathered goats of the sport, goats of athletics. You know, real, just pure-blooded, skilled athletes, and we're gonna be playing some Guess Who. I see Jimmy's trying to fix the camera here, so we'll give him a
I don't know.
sec
It just
before-
got blurry for no reason.
Yeah, it won't focus on
Yeah, mine's got some auto-focusing as well occasionally. Well, I'm going to show the list here, and how we're going to do this is I'm going to deafen one of you and just let the other person pick, and then I'll undeafen you and just give you a shout when you're ready. While Jimmy's fixing the camera, I'm going to start with deafening him. For this one, you're selecting who your character is, so who he's going to have to guess for.
Okay.
So you're
He's gonna. I see. It's me versus him.
Yeah, and we'll switch around after, and I'll join in if one of you want to take the reins.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna pick. It's a lot of good choices here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Caitlin Clark though.
Caitlin Clark, I love the pick. Obviously Iowa. I'm excited to see. We'll pull Jimmy back into this room. Hopefully he's figuring out his issue with the camera right now. All right, we're back. We fixed the issue. And now, Jimmy, you are good to select. And you're free to select any player on the board here.
Oh, so me and Gavin are going to go against each other.
Yeah, it's just it's you and Gavin right now. So Gavin selected his player. Now it's time for you to select.
All right, you know, got a lot of good guys here. I think I want to go with, for the first round, I'm going to go with the only not guy. I'm going to go Serena. No, actually, there's 2 not guys.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Serena Williams. I'll go Serena Williams.
All right.
In the spirit of the Super Bowl.
We'll start off with Jimmy getting the first question just as he's the guest.
Okay.
And we'll just do winner will face me in the next round, and then we'll just come full circle, and then whoever hasn't versed will verse in the next. I think that's pretty best way of going about it.
All right, so first question. I'm just gonna say it. Is your person Ryan Carpio?
Need the mic on, Gavin, but I heard a no, so I'm assuming you're gonna want to eliminate Ryan here.
Dang it, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
And this
it had to be the question.
This
asked.
one's
It
gonna
really
be
did.
Jimmy's board, and then we're back to Ryan's board. So Jimmy's Ryan's, or
You mean Gavin's?
Jimmy's Ryan too. All right, Gavin, you're up.
His aura is just crazy.
Would your character rob me at a store?
Ooh.
Yes. I would say yeah. I like that. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would agree.
So get Tom Brady out of here.
All right, Tom Brady off of Gavin's.
Do I have to say who that takes off?
You take off your play. I'm not eliminating for you.
All right, top right, Cooper DeJean gone.
Oh, right, yeah. DeJean.
Sean O'Malley gone. Caitlin Clark gone.
Really, Sean O'Malley. That's an interesting one.
Why would he rob me at a store? Ryan Carpio gone.
That's a surprising one.
Yeah,
That is.
John Cena gone. Josh Allen gone. Messi gone.
Yeah, Messi couldn't rob anyone.
No.
Is that it?
Like Conor McGregor could, but he has so much money. Why would he get Conor McGregor out? Yep, and I like that list.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to Jimmy's. There's a little difference here, but
All right. I like this question. I do. Would you want your sister to be alone with this person in a hotel room?
I'd feel comfortable.
Okay. All right. So let's eliminate Tiger Woods. We'll eliminate John Jones. Conor McGregor.
Yeah, good picks.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, where's he at? Yep,
I'm going from bottom up. Patrick Kane for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's got to get out of
that's
here.
a good one.
And yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, get Michael Jordan out of here.
There's just it's something about how he looks. Like he's just looking at like that camera with like a deceiving like. It's gonna happen no matter what.
And I'm gonna eliminate Noah Lyles. I am. I don't like the way he.
Yeah.
I don't like the way he acts, so I'm gonna eliminate him. Oh shoot! I almost made Antonio Brown. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say Antonio Brown making it was a surprising.
And Sean, can I eliminate Sean O'Malley too?
Yeah. O'Malley gone. All right.
Okay.
You're good with this?
Yes, I do like that.
All right. Now it's Gavin up.
Yeah.
All right. Looking at my list here.
I think it's crazy you thought Stephen Curry would have robbed someone. I just tossing that out there. I thought that was funny.
Did I? I didn't mean to delete him. I was just kind of doing off looks for people.
Yeah, it was a backwards there.
Your person, do you think would do hard drugs?
Oh.
I don't think so.
I'm getting rid of him for you. Don't worry,
Antonio Brown gone. Yeah. Mike Tyson gone. Tiger Woods gone.
Well, I don't know this guy. Get rid of John Jones because he's been popped many times for hard drugs. So, yeah, I would. I know you don't really know that, Gavin. So I'll give you that.
Wait, Stephen Curry's still there, Tommy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying I'm shocked you didn't get rid of him.
You could still remove him, right? I'd take him out.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo too.
Look at him.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
I think he does hard drugs though, for sure. Take Ronaldo
out.
Oh, man. I don't think Serena Williams does. I don't know who that UFC is in the middle.
Strickland.
That's the All-American boy.
Yeah, that's
the one that Brody would love. He's a gun loving.
The one that got his nose broken.
Yeah, he's a redneck.
He might do steroids, but I don't think Jimmy thought about that. I like this list.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think any of these people do drugs.
All right.
Caleb Williams might have after that long ass season.
Back to Jimmy.
Okay. Okay. I want to. This would be interesting. I'm gonna think. Okay. Would you say that your person might have a little bit of mental retardation?
Can I ask Tommy for a head nod what he would think? I would think no.
I would also say no.
No.
I'm going no.
I'm gonna go no.
Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of Messi.
That's a great picture of him, by the
way. Yeah, he's a complete idiot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get rid of Caleb Williams. These are interesting.
All
yeah,
right.
Get Caleb out of here. That dude has something going on with him. I don't know what. I'm gonna get rid of Ronnie because he's just ass, and that has to attribute to something in his brain.
Yeah.
Definitely get rid of Strickland.
Yeah. Strickland's got to go.
And I think I'll keep this. I like this.
All right. And
Yeah.
back to Gavin's. You guys are pretty
Didn't narrow
even
down.
up here, to be honest.
I didn't narrow down much there, but that's fine. It's hard to think of these, elaborate questions on the fly.
Because I obviously you just start thinking of like, do they play this sport or?
I think I have a good one here.
Mhm.
Do you think they
Yeah.
could run a mile if they had to?
If they
Ooh,
had to?
that's a
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Well,
Get
that-
Strickland
that's-
out of here.
were you
that's a weird question though. Like, if they had.
Like Strickland's ass could not run a mile.
Were you
I
meaning,
don't
like,
think
would
Jordan
they-
could. He's like 80.
yeah,
Well,
right.
but Strickland goes 5 rounds in a UFC cage. Like, that's pretty intense. I mean, eliminate who you need to. Would they enjoy running a mile? You mean?
Sure, we could do that.
Yeah, I think you're just meaning more that way. Like, would
Okay,
they probably struggle on the mile? Like they're getting a bad time, basically, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Would they get over 10 minutes on a mile?
Well, it's hard for pro athletes to do that, but
15 minutes.
Did you go higher?
yeah, that's
Go like 7. I think that's
Wait,
like
you said that was hard.
no, like
going.
an athlete's gonna be able to run a mile in
I-
under 10 minutes, Gavin.
Gavin, I think you could run a mile in under 10 minutes.
Fuck that question.
It's
Do
just
they
a
have big
different
biceps?
question. No.
All right, now do you want me to
Okay,
get rid of
get
Strickland?
him out.
The only
Can I do a
bicep-
guess or do I have to wait for my next round?
You had
You
to
have to
wait.
wait. All right.
That was it. He's only eliminating that person.
Yeah, you do. Want
I got it in my head.
Okay. Okay. Would you say you would expect this person to give problems if they came into NCG cinemas?
Ooh, I like that one.
No. Ryan might get beat up, but no. No
Okay, so
issues with the Reds.
So get rid of LeBron, Serena, Lewis Hamilton, Stephen Curry, and Ronaldo.
Down
Okay.
to these. All right.
Fine, gentleman and lady.
I'm shocked you
Is
only
it
eliminated.
Serena Williams?
It is Serena Williams. It is.
That
It
was
is.
a shout. That
That was a good guess. That was a guess. What tipped you off there?
The biceps. It was either
LeBron
her or
is
maybe is that a racer up by Jordan?
yeah, Lewis Hamilton. That would have been
Okay.
Hamilton.
It was either that or that.
I mean, I don't think Patrick Can is the biggest biceps.
I
or
wouldn't
Caleb
really-
Williams.
I wouldn't really give Noah Lyles even though the picture kind of like shows it, but that dude's like built skinny. He's not massive. But yeah, it was Serena Williams.
It was Serena. That was a good guess. Shot in the dark, even.
Jimmy, do you want to guess at who yours is, just to see if you shot in the dark here? 1 and 5.
Well, okay. So is Gavin's person up here? Yes or no?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, what would he go?
We've got like the
I'm
whitest
gonna say
people possible on the list, basically.
you went Josh Allen.
Nope.
You want one more
It's
guess?
not
Or
Josh. I lost, but I'll guess one more. We'll go John Cena. It was the other woman.
Both
It was
we
we
both
both.
selected right away.
That's what we get for being feminist. I should have known this.
It sucks being a feminist sometimes.
It does, because it screwed us over in this game here, Gavin. I mean, we both picked well, it didn't screw you. It screwed me. We both picked the woman. We really did.
All right.
Mhm.
Now we're on to round 2. I guess me versus Gavin. I'll just deafen right away while he selects, and then just start snapping at the screen when I'm good to pick. So, I'll just like not look at Gavin's screen to validate it. All right.
Did I do it right?
I just thought about it. My screen was completely like everything's muted, so they can't hear. So I'm just gonna leave the room, go touch my front door. Gavin, just say the name real quickly. I'm gonna turn my headset off.
Oh, yeah. Brawny. Yep.
We really get innovative here, don't we?
We do.
For mine, there's a lot of options here.
A lot of choices. There really is.
There is a lot. I kind of want to take Ryan, but I don't know how I'm gonna answer that without it getting guessed right away.
That
Uh,
is true. The mile question would give it away, I believe.
yeah, I think the mile would have given it away. I think when he guesses, is it Ryan off the first question, that might immediately lose it. I'm gonna go Antonio
Okay.
Brown. I'm gonna go Antonio. I like Antonio Brown.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I've
I
just.
like it.
All right, Gavin. We both selected. You could select first since you just won, or you could ask the first question.
All right. Do you think your player went to a pristine high school, or was it not great?
Uh, I'm gonna lean towards no. I think,
Okay.
and yeah, Jimmy's, yeah.
So get Tom Brady out of here.
I wish eliminates Tom Brady right away. This guy.
Get John Cena out of here.
Yeah, but just look at Messi, Gavin. Just look at
Get
him.
Ryan Carpio out of here.
Wow.
Loki could have stayed.
Get. I mean, it's not great, but it's not poverty. I feel like LeBron went to a nice high school.
He did. Yeah. St. Mary's or something.
I mean,
Josh
they're
Allen
insane at basketball,
definitely
so.
went to a good one. Get Messi and Ronaldo out of here. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you have to go somewhere good to be that gifted.
Cooper DeJean went to a good high school, probably. Caleb Williams probably went to a good high school.
Caleb.
Yeah. Caleb was from royalty.
DeJean played basketball and I think like every position in football. He was definitely.
Caitlin Clark probably went to a good high school.
I think she did, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The racer, just get him out and hope for the best.
You're rich if you're a racer. Like you have to start at the age of 10, so you're rich.
I don't know Serena Williams' background. I think this is all I really know here.
Williams did not, from what I remember, her dad was poor based on the movie, right? Kind of just
the King. I never seen the King Richard movie, but yeah, I think it was.
I don't think she did.
Great...
Yeah,
I don't think any UFC fighters really come from anything good.
No, they do not.
No.
Tiger Woods. I mean, just look at the guy. Antonio Brown. Stephen Curry might have came from a good high school.
I don't know.
I'll leave it like.
All right. On to mine. I'm gonna go with if you. Oh, actually, I don't know how you would answer this. I was thinking of like if you asked this guy for $1, would you give it to you? But then again, I could see you saying yes or no for both ways. Like, no, he wouldn't, because thinks you're gonna do bad with it. I'm gonna. You know what? Does this guy look like he begs for money on the street?
Looks no.
But
will he maybe in the next 5 years? Yes.
Oh wait, then
what do you think about that, Jimmy? I think that's true.
Okay, so looks no, but he would in the next 5 years. So Ryan's staying. Sean O'Malley does look like it, so I'm gonna get rid of him. I'm low-key getting rid of all the UFC fighters. They all kind of look like they would beg for $1. Tyson, Williams.
They don't get paid well, so yeah, they probably will be.
Tiger Woods has to go. Josh Allen. I'm getting rid of Messi and Ronaldo. I don't mind this. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I think I could get rid of more, but I feel like I asked a shit question, so I think I could like fuck myself over if I keep getting rid of them. All right, back to you, Gavin.
What do you say they're? How will that question help me? What do you say they're a newer generation? Or I guess that's too serious. Let me think of a stupid one here.
Would newer generation just be Bronny James realistically? Just a genuine question, because I think that's just Bronny James off this list, right?
No.
I was thinking more of, are they still in mainstream?
Oh, okay.
It's so hard, man. Do you think they would go to a strip club?
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'm looking and like they all look like they would. I don't
Yeah.
think Jordan would.
Well, yeah.
Really?
Both of you question that one. I'm thinking like current Jordan. Like, isn't he? He's old. Why would he go to a strip club?
Yeah, well.
Do you want it back or do you want him gone?
What a terrible question. Leave him.
Okay.
I'd probably go for maybe the guy who's married. Maybe probably wouldn't be going to a...
Yep, Tiger Woods.
Get Tiger Woods out of here.
I'd hope McGregor wouldn't.
McGregor...
So... He has a wife and kids.
Are we getting rid of McGregor?
No. Because I don't think you took that account if you had him.
It's not even the guy I was talking about when I mentioned wife and kids.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
McGregor has wife and kids.
I know, that's not the guy who I was thinking of, though.
Stephen Curry, does he have wife and kids?
I'm gonna get rid of Stephen. Stephen Curry's got a family.
Stefan's had a family. He has like 2 or 3 kids now. It's very respectful.
Antonio Brown being a respectful guy. Okay, we're moving on.
That's a crazy statement.
He's really had a turnaround with the Theo Von podcast.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is mine. Man, this is tough. Do you think you could have a I don't think this is serious. Does this person strike you as a overconfident jackass?
Yeah.
Fuck, that was the opposite. I'm gonna get rid of Bronny because he knows he sucks. Oh fuck, Jordan would be. Fuck, Lewis would be. Oh fuck, this doesn't. Serena Williams is humble. Oh, this actually didn't help me. John Cena's a humble guy. He knows. Caitlin Clark's also humble. Honestly, I think I would get rid of DeJean. He's humble. He's not too much of a jackass. All of these guys, though, I could see being a jack. Maybe not Curry. Maybe not, but I'll keep him around and just ask another question. But I'm gonna go with that.
Interesting. All right. And we're back. Would you trust this person to drive a vehicle, not a horse?
Can you what do you mean drive a vehicle? Like would they get there safe or?
Yes.
No.
Okay. So get the track guy out of here.
He drives 10 under for sure.
Get McGregor. No. Take Bronny out. Take John Jones out. I don't see what would be wrong with him driving. Except for the hard drugs.
But he actually has a hit and run on a pregnant woman, by the way.
Give me him back, please.
If you want him back, get him back.
It might have been an accident.
That hockey player definitely drives exactly at the speed limit.
You're getting rid of
that
Kane?
breaks my heart, Tommy. He just called Kane that hockey player.
I'm more mad he said he would drive the speed limit.
Yeah, that's.
I think Sean O'Malley could drive a car.
I mean, all these guys can drive a car.
Yeah, it's when they drive it well.
Yeah, Mike Tyson would be on drugs. Jordan is super old. Sean Strickland, look at the guy. Actually, get Sean Strickland out of here.
Also, he drives motorcycles, so I'd give him the benefit of the doubt that he hasn't died on.
I know my guys off the list.
He's a Ford F-150 driver.
Are you sure you want to get rid of Lewis Hamilton?
Oh yeah, that's a tricky one.
This is where
Antonio Brown. I think these people would not drive me safely.
All right.
I think Gregor might, but
Coke.
Would this guy fail his Calc 2 class 2 times?
Probably.
I kind of want to get rid of everyone but Ryan, to be honest.
Wow,
I'm
the two goats,
gonna leave
two
it
goats
at
of their
that.
respective sport.
I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, Gavin, you're back.
Do you think this dude would? Man, they're all very thuggish. That's not. Yeah.
And not in the way you meant. They're just genuinely.
Yeah. They all. I mean, one of them is. That's Tiger Woods' thing, right? Like
Yeah, that's his
that's
DUI mugshot.
Yeah.
like, are they controversial? They're all controversial. I mean, they're all the same people here. Do you? Ooh. Oh no, I don't think that would be good. Do you think they'd be a good fighter? That might be too lame, but
Mm, I'm leaning towards yes. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
so he's either trying to throw me off or we're so screwed.
That's a
Jordan
tricky
gone.
one. I mean, yeah, I'd say he's feisty, but I don't know if he'd be able to fight that good.
I'm thinking he would put up a fight if that's kind of what I'm saying.
I think he picked Antonio Brown. So get Tiger Woods out of here. I don't think Tiger Woods would be a good fighter.
Well, I'm gonna get rid of the 2 fighters and the 3 fighters.
The three fighters. Oh, we
All
got
right.
okay.
No, you said they would put up a fight.
Oh yeah.
So it could have. Yeah, no, take him away. I don't know. It's not Antonio Brown. It's Tiger Woods, probably.
Uh, so it's either one of these two or they're not on the board. I'm starting to think they're not on the board, because is your person Ryan Carpeel?
No.
Fuck, it's not LeBron. I've taken him off.
It's not Bon Bon.
Is it Antonio Brown?
It is Antonio Brown. Who's your guy? Because it's not LeBron. Who did I get rid of?
I'll give you a hint. He's very closely related to LeBron.
Yep.
Is Bronny? When did I get rid of
Yeah.
him?
You asked if they're a jackass, and I said, or what? Well, how was your wording?
like arrogant asshole.
Yeah, like Bronny should not be in the NBA. That's why.
And he said he was not because he knows he's ass or something. Or no, you said yes, and then Tommy took him away because he said he knows he's ass.
Does Bronny know he's ass?
Yeah,
I feel like
he
does.
I would say he sits on the bench every game, like he knows he's not good.
Yeah.
He's made 1 3-pointer, so I don't think he knows it.
I don't think I've ever seen Bronny like arrogant. I've never really seen him as like a guy who thinks he's all that.
Maybe it's his siege rank
Yeah, he did hit Diamond 1
on ranked. All right,
tonight actually.
that's an unfortunate. I mean, Gavin, you're 2 for 2 though, right? Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
Gavin did. So this is the losers bracket between me and Tommy here.
All right.
You know, this guy I've been looking at the whole time. He's just such a squishy fella. I'm gonna go with Messi.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take Ryan Carpeel because it's too easy of a guess.
Yeah.
But then again, someone's got to take Ryan Carpeel and put him in with the list of goats.
Yeah, that's too obvious, though.
I was gonna take him with you. I was so close to taking him.
Maybe you take Cooper DeJean or John Cena. I'm thinking. Or I mean, it's up to you though.
I don't like Cooper DeJean just because he's so recent.
It might be a little lame, but you could hit him with the double Antonio Brown, throw him off his game a little bit.
I would, but I think he's gonna get Antonio Brown right away. That I feel like it'll be eliminated too early. I'm gonna go Ryan. Give me Ryan Carpeel.
Okay.
All right. The records of 0-1. Jimmy, you could start.
Okay. Let me get back. There we go. I'm on the screen now. All right. So I think the first question I'm going to ask, and this is kind of just like you kind of have to, because I don't think he would go this whole game without being picked. Is your person possibly allergic to shellfish?
Did we have a disconnect? Hello?
This could be a think things over kind of thing.
Yeah. True.
He's back. He's
Contact an
unmuted his
expert.
mic.
Calling Ryan Nicholas Carpiel, mobile.
Hey, why don't you call him the landline? I think that'd be more effective.
I think it's been blocked.
No.
No camera, Tommy?
Hello.
Hey Ryan, we're doing the podcast right now. It's episode 5. No, episode 4. It's we're here
Episode
with Jimmy
4.
Green. We had a quick question. Do you know any athletes that are allergic to shellfish?
Unfortunately, I do not know.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
Of course.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Ooh. So no shellfish allergy. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna get rid of probably the undisputed best athlete, Ryan Carpiel here.
Okay, that's a surprise.
I do know rumblings of him asking for no shellfish.
All right, I'm gonna go with my shot here.
Wait, hold on. You know, I was gonna eliminate everyone but Ryan and Messi because Messi just kind of looks like he's allergic to shellfish.
He definitely. I'd say Tom Brady has a shellfish and/or gluten allergy for sure.
I mean, but just look at Messi. He just looks like, hey, can I have no shellfish on that, please? Whenever he asks the waiter.
Keep Tom Brady, I think.
I'm gonna keep Messi. Is your guy Mike Tyson?
It is not Mike Tyson.
Ooh, okay. You want to take a shot, or are you gonna take a question and narrow it down?
Okay, I'm gonna take a question. Just so I just no definite answer here. Would you say your athlete, perhaps gathers with a group of his friends to play a card, or I don't know if it's a card, a game of sorts on Wednesday nights?
Oh yeah, Messi does. Yeah. I mean, they do.
Okay.
Actually, you could technically eliminate both.
Really interesting. I would say I'm gonna eliminate Messi. I am.
Okay.
I just think he's a busy guy. I don't think he could make room on the Wednesdays.
All right. Shot in the dark. Is your person LeBron?
Oh, it is not. But I wish it was.
Yeah, you know.
He's a good
I
guy.
had to guess him. Now, do you want to ask one verifying question? Make sure you know it's the right guy.
I want to make sure I didn't eliminate my person. So I want to confirm this is my athlete that I'm picking here. Okay. Would you have sexual relations with one of this athlete's family members?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think it's confirmed. I think I know who it is.
Is yours Cooper DeJean?
Oh no, it's not.
Ah.
I know you were feeling him from the beginning. Okay, so after those 3 questions, I can say with certainty that it is Ryan Carpiel.
You got him. Off the bat. Who is your guy?
Inshamdulillah. That's for Javin. My guy, I tried to give a little bit of a hint for you there. He might be allergic to shellfish as well.
Oh, it was Messi, wasn't it?
It was Messi. It was, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
I just love. I couldn't like look at him. He's just begging to be picked, and I couldn't let that go.
0-2 right now.
You really can't.
Unlike my
That's okay.
boxing record.
I knew Ryan had to be picked one of these times.
Yeah.
And this was the final round.
you can ask Gavin. I debated it for like a good minute, maybe 30 seconds on whether or not
I was in
should pick
that
him.
rating room for a while. Yeah.
It was.
No,
A tough choice.
I don't hate the pick. It's just, when you're on a spectacle of like, S tier and everyone else is kind of below you. It's hard to sneak away from that.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know
100%,
who's the
so.
who's the next best. Like maybe LeBron. I don't know. LeBron's like kind of the closest
No.
to him, but it's far off still.
Yeah, I mean Jordan maybe.
Eh,
It's tough. Brady's up there.
yeah, I mean they're all still like another level below.
Exactly. So, like I said, he's in a league of his own. So it's kind of hard for him to sneak by you.
Yeah, that's
Huh?
a tough round.
Yeah,
But I
that's
mean
okay.
that is all we have with Guess Who. It's a shame it
Oh
was
yeah.
basically 3 and out on the last one. I didn't.
Classic Ryan though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I couldn't have not picked him for like he was on the board. Look at him. He was looking ready to get picked. Like I had to have
Mm.
taken him. Oh, but
correct.
But now I think it's time for a question of the pod.
someone say
And
the favorite
actually,
segment.
I'm gonna switch it up. We had a question established for today, but I want to change it.
Maybe we'll
If
reuse
you
this
had to
question later.
switch lives with one of the managers at NCG for a
Oh.
whole month, who would it be?
Mm.
And me and Tommy cannot say Jimmy. And it has to be current.
Hmm.
Wait, so that's a very limited option there, Gavin.
Give
So
us.
Brody, Brant, Ryan Carpiel, or Andrew.
I'm
gonna
gonna
take-
eliminate. I'm gonna eliminate Andy.
I'm
straight
taking
off the
Brody
bat.
off that list. I'm taking Brody.
Okay.
I'm taking Ryan.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
I want to live like him for a month.
You know, it- is my camera on? I think it's on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's on.
Like I said, I'm eliminating Andy for obvious reasons. We know I don't want any part of whatever is happening over in the Plano house, but
Yeah, that's fair.
it's tough between those two. They both have great lifestyles that I would love to partake in their own rights, but I think I would have to go with Brody Brant just
Yeah.
because I think I would enjoy owning a gun and possibly actually I don't know what Brody does with his free time to be. I
think
actually have no idea.
schoolwork.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
believe it is.
he goes to school a lot, but so does Ryan. Ryan also is doing his schoolwork a lot.
Yeah. He
So
has time though.
that's
And
a
I actually
double-edged
have a
sword.
follow-up question on this.
Oh,
Now we're
okay.
going to expand it to any current workers at NCG.
Okay.
I think, and then obviously we can't take the same person. I'm taking Logan Weaver.
Oof.
Ooh,
That's a great pick.
you know what? I wish I said it sooner. That's a lovely pick.
Yeah,
Obviously,
'cause
episode 2, great guest.
Yeah.
We're gonna say we can't repeat for all the workers.
Mhm.
Okay, Tommy, you can go ahead. I'll
Current
Save mine
all
for last.
time is this like all time current or what's the
Current.
current?
current.
Uh, I'm gonna take Connor Peach.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's another
Mhm.
very, very solid pick.
Mhm.
It really is. Now, okay, I think I have mine. You guys might call me crazy, whatever. I'm gonna say Christy Green. And here's the reason for that. I want to experience what it feels like to have just such a blessed like brother experience and just an amazing brother. I want to see that from like an eyes because I never had a brother. I had 3 sisters. So I want to experience what it's like to have such like a sigma male brother per se that's so involved with women's rights and feminism and just advocating the whole time and just a lovely guy. I want to experience that from the outside view.
Mhm.
So that would be my pick.
I have to go back to high school though.
Unfortunate it is.
But
Surely.
that was the question of the pod.
Wonderful.
So that's been the pod today. That was a pretty good episode. Another long one, unfortunately, for those who stay to watch the entire one. Or fortunately for those who stay to watch it. I don't know. There's two sides to that coin.
I
It
personally
wasn't
love
heads.
watching the long ones.
Yeah, I enjoy them. I hear a little complaints about the length, but it's 2 hours of entertainment.
Exactly.
Lovely.
This one is probably landing where? Hour 40?
Probably that, maybe a little
Longer.
longer. It was lovely having you on the pod today, Jimmy.
course.
It was a pleasure,
Appreciate
of
it.
course. A lot of knowledgeable. Like you said, hope to have it back on an in-person one. Don't know how that's gonna go. I'm willing.
Just I would love to be on again. You know,
Yeah.
with either the second and third guests were great. I would love to be on with them.
Mhm.
After that, you know, we muddled some stuff out of the test run video, and then you know it really took strides in the second and third videos.
Yes.
So I'm glad to see the strides you guys have taken. It's come a
Yeah.
long way.
I,
So
I think the system's been knocked down pretty well here. I mean, the games just keep getting better and better. Clearly, from Guess Who or from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to the Link
Wow.
fifth grader to
what
Guess
a,
Who.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I'm excited for the next one. I think we're gonna get better and better here. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure. Anything you'd like to
course.
say, Gavin, to the people?
Make sure to follow our Instagram,
Mhm.
and have a Sigma day.
And then any last words, Jimmy, before we end it here?
Just want to say thank you guys. Definitely subscribe to this podcast. The Sigma Times is taking over. Honestly, it's just a grateful experience to be on here. And thank you guys for having me on here. Seriously.
Of course. Sigma Times signing off.